All right, let me get a bit up here. All right, put it over here. All right. See what I can do for now. Damn, I ain't moving that. Turn it on. Put it up. Sure. Let's go ahead and talk about flexing again today. Mm-mm. All right. Shit with that, man. Shit with that, la. I ain't see nobody on really talking about nothing for real. You feel? So I went on and did my own thing. Get this last little live in until I get on probably Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, probably Thursday, probably. Do this last little quick live. I didn't think I was gonna get on today, but I'll see what I can do for these last couple of hours before I hit the sheet. See what I'm gonna do before I hit the sheets. I heard somebody request doing this one again about the flexing with these degrees and your money and all this stuff and not being better with it. So I said I'll bring this topic back up again. Bring this up. Put my other on. Now, boy, Gemini in the building. It's like,
Yo, what's good with
oh,
you,
you
bro?
hit the 1,000 already. Okay. What's the deal, man? You alright?
Oh yeah, I tapped you up real quick
Yeah.
before I came up.
Good.
Nah, I can't call it. I ain't doing shit. Just got done cutting some grass.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get that yard work for real. Ain't nobody else
Unfortunately,
gonna do it.
for real. And then it rained every day last week, so
Oh
that
yeah,
shit was
you already know that's
jumping.
the fastest. And, what's the deal, Malik? How you feeling?
What's good, Malika? How you do?
So,
Well, I think I wanted to being humble. I think I was here when you did this one.
yeah, we did this one. It's like the third time, but somebody had requested me. They said they wanted to do this
I'm
one
great. How
again.
y'all doing? How you doing today? How
Doing all
y'all
right.
feeling?
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
Blessed.
cool.
that's what's up.
Yeah. Sunday, man. Relax. Relax. Relaxation. What's the deal, Mia? How you feeling? Staying out of trouble? I gotta watch you, man. I be thinking I gotta everywhere she go. I gotta make sure I bring my bill with me. Speaking of, that's what I'm. Um, yeah, we gonna see. I'm trying to see what I get in with this little these couple of hours, man, before I go to work. I said I'm about to do one more live because I'm probably ain't gonna get on until Thursday. Take me a break. Take me a break or something. Oh, let me watch what I say, Mia. You said I've been good lately. That's good, man. That's what I like to hear, man. I like progression, man, and people that's okay, man. Just at least be okay, you know. Be better. Make the best out of every day, man. Every day, ain't nobody promised to the next day. People gonna realize that. I think that's when we really, really focus on it. That's when we gaining gratitude in life and appreciation, especially when we see so many others that's going through so much things. People are suffering. People I know in my family going through so much stuff, but they still making it. They living it out every day. Dude, I just got done living a little family function. You know, I had to visit them. You know, because we hardly see each other, man. Bring back memories and talk about things. Cause shoot, sometimes we might not have that time. We don't want to wait till it's too late then start talking about memories and stuff. You feel me? You
Yeah.
know,
True
enjoy
that.
every last moment, man. That's why I be trying my best to try to stay peaceful for the most part. You know, only time I really yelling my brains out on here is probably when because I care about so many people. But you know, that's the sacrifice we gotta take, man. Especially if we want better. It is what it is. Everybody got a mind of their own, but shoot, we gotta connect in some way, or at least try.
Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah. I'll see where everybody at. Everybody, you know. I was shoot. I was about to. I really wasn't even about to. Like I said, I wasn't even about to go live for real. But I was about to see who room I was gonna hop in, start visiting some people that be supporting me or whatever. And ain't nobody was talking about nothing. So let me get on.
Yeah, it's a bunch of foolishness
Just
because I
gossip and talking
scanned through
about people.
myself.
And I'm just saying I'm good on that.
Hey, well, I got a
Yeah.
question.
What's up?
We got any carpenters up here?
Got any what?
Carpenters, plumbers,
Uh,
doctors, lawyers. What y'all
nope.
do for a living?
I'm a high-low driver,
You a what?
forklift driver.
Forklift driver. What about you, Gemini?
I work a garden and I work in the farm store.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for telling me.
Yeah. Just a
That's
regular
it.
guy trying to live a regular life. You feel me? So could have came in with the suit on. You know what? I'm an ultimate businessman. So look
Oh
at
my
that.
God.
People be trying to impress the wrong
Mm-mm.
people,
No, but
man.
that's not. I'm actually looking for people with regular jobs, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
What you got going on?
I'm finna start a new segment on my page when I go live. But I'm looking for I'm looking for people with regular jobs. I'm finna make that popular.
Mm-hmm. That water ice
Oh,
cold up in that. Yeah, that sounds like something then. Sound like something about the. I don't know what the ultimate plan is, but hey, sound
Well,
like
y'all
something.
will get it when I actually got it together. But you never
Got
put
you.
the ultimate plan out before it's done.
I feel it. That's what I said. I said it sounds like it's getting somewhere though. I'm pretty sure. I know
All
how
my
you be
content,
sometimes, so I know it's gonna be something
yeah, all
good.
my content normally is. I just get on here and talk that different conversations with y'all. But I don't have that
Yeah,
stuff on my platform. I just like to
yeah. Very
But I
sure.
try
What's the
to I
deal?
try to make my stuff educational as possible for adults and kids, whoever watching.
Yeah, might as well something that's gonna help better. Something. What the heck? Everybody jumping in here now. What's going on? Just in the room, just jumped up to 15. I don't know. All the toxic lives ain't talking about nothing out there. Yeah,
They
come to the
not, man.
positivity.
They were like, I passed one, the guy that you always be arguing with. Well, I ain't gonna say you be arguing with him, but
I
like,
barely know who you talking about though, cause I just seen
it's a
I seen his
dude.
face up here.
Yeah, it's a
Huh?
dude. And I mean, like, I be passing by his live, and he don't be saying no bad shit. It's just real one sided. But,
I know
um,
exactly. Once you said that, I know exactly who you talking about. I seen this
but
picture and
yeah,
stuff. I ain't feel like going in there. I mean, it's
yeah,
useless. I let
I
everybody do
just
them,
don't be
man.
understanding. I don't know. I
Huh?
don't get it. Like, I said, I just
Yeah,
don't
I don't
understand.
get it
I don't
either.
get it. It's like, I know that me and you have been in the conversation, and I done said some shit
Boy,
that you didn't
Shine in the
agree
building.
with.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it won't no whole damn like you got to argue me down about my stance or my position or my
Mm-hmm.
opinion on how I'm living my life, not yours, because you living your life. But you got to argue me down about how I'm living my life. Like, I ain't hurting nobody. I ain't doing nothing out of the way or harming nobody in no way. So, like, what's wrong with me feeling how I feel about what I feel like?
Yeah.
And it just be a whole damn 5 hour back and forth debate that actually goes, no, it's circular. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like you going anywhere with it. You just spinning your wheels in place. And I really want to understand. Like, I know I probably never will, but I would love to understand like the thought process that goes into that kind of thing. You know?
Yeah. What I realized though, and that's what like I said with the maturity thing, that's what just I start, focusing on because I just been in so many of these platforms, and I just noticed it's like some stuff you just not gonna win over. Some sides think what you doing is dangerous. The other side, I mean, it's literally the same exact thing. So it's just like I look at it, show whatever happened at the end is like, so one of us gonna have to hit the brick wall, or one of us gonna have to learn the hard way. So we'll see who's right and who's wrong about the situation though. So because it's like we can't save everybody. There's so much people, and so I realize there's people that's talking way worse wild stuff. That's why I don't like just like even with the news. I don't even really like watching the news. I'm pretty sure it's stuff that's super wild out here. I think we only kind of
Yeah.
focus on the ones that we know of, but it's just like whatever, man. And if that's how people gotta build their platform up and do it or whatever. I just let people be them now. I just like I said, when I do and go in certain rooms, when I do it, I speak my point on what I stand on, and whoever resonate, they resonate. The other ones that don't, like I said,
And
I
Kev, I got a
realize the group that I'm around. Some people gonna wait for you to say something, so they can cuss you out, call you out your name. It is what it is. I'm better than that, so I'm not about to. I don't have to stoop to their level. So just because some people just can't take a difference of opinion, that's their lifestyle. I feel bad for them, because I mean, you keep that same type of way when you get off this app. You the same way outside this app being. If you could let a stranger get
probably.
to you, and I'm just a stranger, you get triggered by me by a couple things I say. I can imagine what happened when you get outside. That's a horrible life to live. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, are you in Detroit, right?
I'm in Detroit.
And Malika, are you in Illinois, Chicago area?
I'm in Illinois, but I'm like an hour from Chicago. But Chicago is
Okay.
my home, though.
Okay. So for you, Malika, did you hear about the some kind of like block party or something they was having, and folks came through and was being all ignorant and blasting and pum and stuff. And for
Oh,
you, Kel, did you hear about something in Detroit where they was doing some puming and a whole bunch of people got hit up?
Yeah, yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
Okay,
no, I
okay.
didn't hear about the I didn't hear about the a block party incident in Chicago yet. I normally
Well,
watch
it might,
watch that type of news and information later in the day, so I just
okay.
haven't got around to it. Yeah,
Well, yeah, I'm not sure that it was a block party. I just remember like somebody was talking about, like we was talking about something. I think it was after that lady, the cops ran up in her shit and did her dirty over that boiling water,
yeah, the
and
lady in
cats.
Springfield.
Right. And Cass was talking about how, like, yes, that incident is bad, but there was also an incident in Detroit where some shit went down and Cass was pum and a whole bunch of people got hit and a couple people even passed away. And then there was like yeah, and then it was an incident in Chicago where Cats was doing something and got the pum and a lot of people got hit and a couple people got hurt, but like I hadn't heard of nothing about neither one of them. So when Kel said that just now, just kind of like triggered something in my head. Like it's a lot of stuff going on, and we just not privy to that information. It never gets out. So like I was just wondering if like in if anybody else had heard about it, or if I was the only one that was out the loop.
Nah,
Yeah.
you not the only one out the loop.
It's stuff I can't keep up, especially in Detroit. People literally get unalive every day in my city, every day. Even if it's gonna be at least one, always something, always something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I don't even like watching those. It's just sad. I just have to. That's why I come on here. So I gotta try to live on. We gotta live our life the best way we can every day, man. Less complaining, more gratefulness. It's the best way to live it, for real. Even if you ain't get to your ultimate goal or whatever goals we want to, you know, still be grateful. We woke up.
Hey, what's up,
For
Woke up.
everybody?
real.
Try
I,
my boy Sean.
What's
What's the
good,
deal,
I,
Sean?
man?
what's
Hello,
up? Hey, I
Sean.
actually got, huh?
I said hello, Sean. How are you?
Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. My bad. What's going on? I actually
Cool.
got a question. I don't know if Malika know anything about. I think the person y'all was talking about, but I want to ask Kev and Jen. Right? Have you? What is the difference from? I guess I'm starting to realize. I came to this conclusion maybe yesterday. What is the difference from old boy y'all saying that is caters to just one side compared to the red pill men that cater to just one side?
Same
What is
thing.
the actual difference?
Same thing.
The
It's the
the
same thing.
side that they
I'm not.
cater
That's why
to.
I'm not for the red pills either, or the group. I guess
Yeah, for
it's no
me, in my
difference.
opinion, I feel like it's just the only difference is the side that they cater to. Each one is catering to one side or the
Yeah.
other, And
I,
I swear I
oh, I
can't
know the
think of his
difference. The
name.
big difference. Oh, go ahead, Jim. Go ahead.
Yeah, I swear I can't think of his name. But like I say, he just caters to, you
Don't say his
know,
name. We know what you're talking about.
he just caters to the women's side of
Yeah.
things, and he focuses on the negative aspects that the men inject
Yeah.
into that
That's what I
situation,
was just about to get to.
and red pill focuses on the men and the negative that the women inject into situations. that's
Yeah.
that's really, in my opinion, that's really the only difference, but
That I
it's
was
the
just about to
same
say. One of them
thing.
is more of a behavior. One of them is actually trying to exclude a whole gender. That's the biggest difference.
You know,
One
if
of them.
Mm.
when I
Huh?
look at it, I guess the last 2 days I was kind of like trying to analyze it, right? Because I seen they had a live about them today, right? And then the men that came up, they kind of like made me reconsider how I've been thinking about this, right? Uh, I've realized, and it's just my conclusion, you know what I'm saying? I always say in my own little world, uh, I think when people try not, I think people become what they despise. If you don't like something about someone, you damn near become that, and you don't even know it, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
when I look at people saying they don't like old boy, right, and they say because he catered to one side or he make men look bad. I've been going in red pill men lives on purpose, right? Or who they deem red pill, not me, but who people deem as red pill. And I watched their content for the last 2 days, and I realized they are no different than a person they complain about. Because if old boy is allegedly making men look bad, what red pill, what I seen and they do in their lives is they typically uplift the man. they typically uplift the man, and in the process of uplifting the man, they tear down, like, as far as like how a woman should be in society. So I feel like one of them, the red pill, kind of caters to what men like, and then the other side, you would say, caters to what women like. So in a sense, they're both doing the same thing. So I don't see how either side have a problem with what each other is doing at the end of the day.
Well, when you're a balanced person, that's where you see the problem.
Okay, there you go, there you go. Now well,
Yeah.
actually, I'm 100% on that side. When people say straddle the fence, to me, I look at that like that's the people who actually don't have a dog in the fight, and they can see it from like both sides, right? So that's what I consider. Well, some people straddle the fence, and they literally straddle the fence. Let me just make that clear. Hold on. Let me
I know
make
what you're
that
talking
clear.
about.
But some people that is on the fence, they just trying to like see it from like, okay, not even saying you see it from both sides. It could just be like a
Understand both sides. I get what you mean, though.
yeah, like me. A man could say some outlandish shit. And I'm like, man, hold on, bro. Like, what the hell you talking about? And then a woman could say some stupid stuff. I'm like, man, hold on, what the hell you talking about? And I call both of them out on it. That's what I consider seeing both sides, right? Not
Right.
if I see if I'm all about like, let's say if I'm a red pill dude and I see I'm quick to call women out on their bad behavior, but when I hear a man talk bad about a woman in a way,
Justified. Right.
yeah, and then I justify that behavior, and I don't say nothing to that man. That's when things become one sided to where you're not able to see it. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to see a lot of them dudes kind of like the person they complain about, they literally do the same thing. They just on the opposite. They just on the opposite side of the fence.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. I think the one that's I would say the one that's hosting that live. It's funny, we all the seen it. That's the only reason why I really got on too, because I was like, man, I'm not about to go on there, man. I'm about to go on the live talking about another dude all day. But that person that's hosting it, I feel like he a balanced guy too, though. When I first met him, I used to thought he was just one sided too. But I see he started opening up and changing and see what's going on. But that thing, I'm not into that. Talking about that, I don't know. I just can't do it. You know, I don't even be trying to look for no. I'm not even looking for no smoke like that. Uh,
So I got a question for
Anybody
everybody
winning
on the
each other
panel.
over either way. What's that? Yeah, man.
Like, why is it so hard for people to understand, like, when if it's red pill or if it's 5G or 4M or 4 whatever. Like when dudes be, complaining about women, right? And when women be complaining about men, why is it so hard to rationalize and understand how they arrived at that conclusion for the majority of people? On the opposite side, I'll say it like that. Like if I'm complaining about women and Malika pop in and she like, hold up, like, it's not all women, or, well, that's just the women you ran into. I mean, like, not to say that she is wrong, because it's not all women, and it probably is a majority of the women that I ran into, because that's who I'm in proximity to. But like, why is it such a big issue to voice my complaints or my gripes about
Mm.
how the gender that I'm involving myself with relationship wise is not acting appropriate in my perspective?
I think I think I can answer it. I think I got what you were saying. If I'm wrong, then just let me know if I didn't understand it.
Okay.
For me, I guess when I see people talking about when I see people generalizing, right? It
I was just about to get on you about that, so I was thinking about that because I do remember that one comment you had. So I was
yeah.
about to ask you a question about that too.
Oh, go ahead. I answer later. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I was just about to ask about that too, because I think I used to feel a certain way. Because I was about to say, what is like? Why do we stop people from if they feel like it's all right? Because I don't know the reason why. Because when I first started this app, I could feel it right. Like why y'all talking about? Why y'all putting all in the same thing though? But then I understand also like you know, this is how they feel. Kind of back to what Jim and I saying, right? This is how they feel. So even if we got them to change their wording or if they changed whatever, we can't change the fact this is how they feel. They feel like it's all, and most of the time we know that it's probably majority. They know. I don't think nobody gonna take these people think that it's literal. But I noticed the ones that react right, or and I noticed like if a woman react or a man react to what group of people you talk about, you know, I'll be saying like that. It's like I be feeling like low key, just like we was talking about the insecurity. It's something within them why they got to react to it because it's like who gon' if I hear somebody talking about um somebody that's the horrible drinkers, right? They horrible drinkers be like this, and they was the generalizer, right? I don't even drink like that, so why would I have to react to that? I wouldn't have to say not all horrible drinkers. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's that thing where you was just like with the arrogance thing you was talking about. That when a person react to it, that when they got to open their mouth to say something to a generalized thing, it's like what the heck? What's inside of you to make you have to react? So that's how I look at that.
Okay, boom, boom. One thing I do know that a lot of times we don't understand nothing until we put it in black and white. And when I mean black and white, I'm literally gonna go black and white.
Hmm.
Imagine, and sometimes I don't believe in that whole only a hit dog holler because sometimes you can say some offensive shit, and if you are a person who care about like like words have meaning, and when you say certain things, it could trigger other people to a certain reaction that could cause a terrible reaction for other group of people. Like imagine if a YT person say, "Well, a lot of black people are stupid and game bangers." We don't care about they saying some. We just care about the fact that they said black people, period, and we're gonna jump on their ass, right? Because we
That's
don't
true.
like the fact that they willing to uh represent us in the wrong way, right? So, with that being said, it's okay when you use like if you saying like uh if I were to say when I hear people say black men is or all men to no men or is most men or a lot of or a majority of men, I don't like that talking point because even if you look at statistics, that's only a study on a small group of people, and then they'll try to blanket a large group of people with that small number, right? And then
Yeah.
on the flip side of it is if like I'm 39,
Yeah.
I don't even know half of black men, yet alone all men. I don't know half of black women, yet alone all women. So when I say majority, I don't know majority of the people, everybody I ever encountered in my life, whether it's on social media or in person. If I add those people up that I met in my life, they're still not the majority of human beings, period, right? So when I hear people say majority or most of all, I feel like they just talking out their ass because that's when I call you projecting at the moment because you don't know all, you don't know most, and you don't know majority. Like y'all said at first, you only know majority of the people that came in your life that you encountered. You don't know anybody outside of that. So to blanket
Hmm.
someone with that and you never met them or you say majority of all, I just think about how dangerous they could be, especially to it. If you saying, okay, remember at one point, uh, look at how cops see black people, right? Why do they have that thought of us? Because certain people saying some shit that's not true about us, and then those people grow up believing it, and when they see us, they automatically afraid of us. Why? Because of what people say about us. So what people say about you and it's negative, it does have a major impact on you and people that come after you and generation on up after that.
Yeah.
Um,
I look at it like another thing too, and I would say the warner, depending on the wording. So even with that, the one video I seen you had commented on, And I think like what's most important is the fact. That's why like you ended it with, well, I get the point. But that's I'm like that's the main thing because like it's like we kind of cut out the whole entire message because of something might have triggered us or whatever the situation. We felt a certain way because of that, and then some people don't even acknowledge that they understand the message. And I think that was the whole point. But this is like I think a lot of people do use that as an excuse to not become better. They just be like, I'm not part of that. And it's like, why you acting like it? If you acting like you are part of it, the way you acting, you know what I'm saying? So it reminds me just like that song, Chris Brown came with that these 304s ain't loyal, right? I don't think he had to say some or more or some or little. You know, if you usually that's what comes with the 304. You know what I'm saying? They're not loyal. That's like the most uh common thing. Why would a 304 be loyal anyways? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he had to say some. Usually all of them is, they're not loyal. That's what their job is to do. You know what I'm saying? But then you still have people that want to put themselves into it. Nah, that ain't what you mean. Like, hold up, is you realizing what you saying? You know what I'm saying? You basically calling yourself a 304. They didn't say woman, they didn't say man. I don't even think, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so, and you knew what you meant. I know that's what comes most of the time too, though, but it's just, it was something else I had just thought about too. It was like that weird, remember that German woman? They were just talking about that recently. That's the most popular thing now, right? She never said a specific color. All she said was the color of her man that she dated, right? And automatically black women threw themselves in it. And she said she always talk about just the Western woman in general, right? She never said black, so it could be it don't matter what color it is. If you got a Western mindset, you're part of it or whatever. And what they did is automatically threw that in there, and that's when you say hit dog hollow right there, right? Because he literally, like, if you're not listening to her words and you want to fill in the blank for her, that says something about you. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't say, she just said all Western mindset or major or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She just said the Western mindset. If you feel like you got a Western mindset, then you cannot time to say that must be you. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no specific color, but then there was people putting captions down. They talking about you, black women, and so she had to defend herself on that though. But yeah, I don't know. I think it just depends on what's being said. I think two sides got to pay attention to what we reacted to and also what we saying. I would say that I say both sides got a job.
Hey, I think people generalize. People use generalizations because it actually help us recognize patterns
Yeah, I
and
feel that.
similarities that we acquire in past circumstances to navigate future circumstances. So I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that everybody has some type of form of doing it. Now, that's just my opinion on probably why we do it.
I can feel it.
But how
The
I feel
stereotypes.
is I agree with people who use it. I don't appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I agree with Sean, and pretty much everybody that practically said something. You have not met everybody. You
Mm-hmm.
can't say everybody.
You
So
can't.
that's why I stand with that. Thank y'all.
I
If
think
now
the
here's the
only thing
other
that irritates. Go ahead, Sean.
here's the flip side of that, right? Add on to what Malika said, right? Now, this is where when you generalize everyone, this is what I've also noticed. If it's a good generalizations, no one have a problem with it. If it's a bad one, then there's a problem. So
True.
by me
That's true.
noticing that, I have to distinguish, okay, what is the cause and effect of using a good one compared to using a bad one? So let's just go with a good one, what people say about us. When all races of people say black men are packing, I don't hear black men, oh no, we not. We got some small ones. Some of us are small. Some of us ain't got it. We don't say a
Right.
damn thing. We just be like, yeah, stroke that ego. We like that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So when you say something like all black men are thugs, oh no, we got a problem. We're gonna say something like, hold on, like what you
True.
mean? If we say all men are trash, hold on, what you mean all men? What you mean
What you
such and
mean?
such? So I understand that it's gonna be if you say something good, that don't really cause no harm to anyone. But when you say something bad about a group of people, it does carry weight to that. And if you care about those group of people, you're not going. I don't believe you'll sit around and allow someone to say something Like, I remember, I don't only know Kev like that, right? But when I used to hear people call a man a red pill, I'm like, hold on, man. Like, I hear this dude talk. Now, saying something bad about someone, I realize that it does carry weight. And I said, in every room Kev go in, when somebody call him a red pill, right? And it's something negative. Anytime he go into anybody live, that stigma is on that man, and there's nothing he could do to erase that, because that's a negative stigma that someone put on him, and it follow him all through TikTok, no matter what he do. Right? All the positive lives he could have, it doesn't matter. It's people that know people think he's positive. That's because they come in his live. But anybody who had the negative talking points about him, and he happened to go in other people's lives, that image, what people portray of him, is going to follow him. So I don't like the fact that when people put negative generalizations on people, I don't like that, because it's hard for people to defend that. And if you defend it, you only look guilty. If you don't say nothing, then you still like you guilty. So it kind of puts you in a box to where you really can't get out of.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, and I just wanted to add on to what I said earlier. Also, the flip side of how I look at that, because I try to give y'all a more neutral side of it. My first answer, which is a more neutral aspect of it, but also this is what I honestly believe. A lot of people, they use generalizations. That's so they don't have to stand in whatever spot they standing in by themselves. So normally when I hear somebody say that, I say, no, say you. Because that's how you think. You're not thinking the same way other men are thinking, or as a woman, you're not thinking the same way other women are thinking. But people use it as a placeholder, so they're not standing there with their opinion and their idea and they thought by themselves.
Hey, Malika, you know what you said?
In my opinion. So, you know, I'm sorry, you want to go real quick, Sean?
No, I want to say what you just said. I 100% agree with, because I tell Kev all the time, right, that whatever the world is doing, I purposely go against the grain. I want to feel like I'm my own person. I stand out on my own, right? And to tie this in, I had a conversation on another live earlier, right, where I heard men was talking about masculinity and all that shit, right? And I was like, I'm not on this app crying about a woman should be submissive. I said, I don't have those thoughts, and everything that y'all complaining and crying about, I get that at home, and I'm not the way that y'all think that a man should be. So I said, one dude was feeling like a real man would never. And I said, you know what I realized about us as men? If you ask 10 different men what a man is, they all gonna give you their own different definition of it, right? So I'm like, well, even being a man is very subjective. Like, you know, I always say a lot of shit is subjective in today's time. You ask 10 men what a man is, you ain't gonna get the same damn answer. You may get some of it as the same, but everybody's gonna have their own answer. So I believe a lot of shit is subjective, and a lot of times we just do a lot of projection on people a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean,
What
yeah,
you at, Malik? I got something too.
I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, I don't know how to respond to what he said, because like that, I guess I agree. But yeah, pretty much people use that. They use it so they're not standing there and have to hold that idea and attitude by themselves. For instance, I heard you guys use earlier. It's nothing wrong with saying the women that you met. But most people don't say that, because what the have you doing? That have you standing there by yourself with your situation and your choice, right?
Right.
So it'd be like all women. For women who want to do the same thing. All the men. No, it's all the men I've met. But it's the guys I ran into. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I get my second part of that idea from.
I don't know. Something about that, right? I don't know about that. Because it's like, if you pushing out a message, right? Who gonna say that? Because nobody gonna listen. Either way, they not gonna listen. That's what I noticed, right? So it's like, me, myself, I'm not gonna adjust myself to please everybody. So it's like, even if you did that, right, they gonna give you more of a reason for them to be like, you know what? Nah, that's you. So why are you talking about your personal thing or something like that? So I think it, like, for the most part, if you're speaking in the masses for the public, like, sometimes you go out to generalize things for people, because it's either people gonna resonate with it or not. or you're gonna have people that me too, or something like that. So it's like I think it's like a shortcut, right? It's a shortcut. You can say a lot. I would say a lot, or you can say majority if you feel like it's majority. Some people might argue the different. I don't think it's majority or something like that. It's just really opinions, or a lot of people might resonate. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that. And then my thing is this the main one, right? Is that I just don't like where we use that as a reason why we don't try to understand somebody else. Or some people be disingenuous, you know what I'm saying? Because like some of this stuff just been worldwide and it's always been that way in the fact that some people be like, I've never seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, did you ever turn the TV on before? Did you ever step outside your house? Or what type of group of people you stand around a box or something? I don't know, but it's just like some of that stuff, and I can tell that could be a judgment. Some people could be wrong though, but I do believe in disingenuousness. If I made that word, disingenuousness too, because some people just really just stand on what they stand on, and they just purposely don't want to agree with you just because they want to either please the crowd or something like that. So I mean, it's just so much stuff. All that stuff is really judgment. Nobody gonna know exactly, what people thinking, but it's just like if you're trying to help people or push out certain messages, you have to talk a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And then also know who you're talking to. So some days sometimes you might have to be like, these are people I met, or some people like I look at it as majority of people I done seen around or I know of, or majority of music, right? You can say majority of music. You're not gonna say, well, the music that I heard or something like that. Sometimes it's just like you try to see who resonate with you. It's either that it's not. Like I said, overall, I just don't like when people use that as the reason of why they miss the whole entire message. It's either you believe the message or not. Just say you disagree. I mean, I'd rather take that than somebody be like, man, it's not all. Like, okay, but did you hear the rest that I said? You know what I'm saying? Stop using that to stop your listening and be like, okay, no, I couldn't hear past when you said all. You said all, and I can't hear past that you said that we are all good. They don't want it, just like you said, when it's good stuff, their ears don't block then. They heard the whole entire message then. But when it's bad, then they stop right there. They don't ask why you feel that way, why all the other stuff, or have you seen it, or some of them know their family like that, but they're not gonna say it because they scared. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm going to use your talking point on this one, Kel. I'm going to use what you say on this one, right? When you say, you be like, yeah, I know y'all not being this. And I'm like, how you going to know? How you know you're not projecting, right? This is how I'm going to say, I know. I'm going to use your talking point on this one. I don't even know majority of the people in my own town. I don't even know majority of the men in my own city. I don't even know majority of the men at my job. I don't know majority of the people at my job. I don't know the majority of the people when I walk in the mall. So how can I then get on app and say majority of anything when I don't even know the majority of the things that I see daily? Like in my own town, I don't know majority of people. I don't. So and I feel like what Malika said, right? You don't want to stand out on your own. Man, and people set you up, right? If I say, if I use statistics, right, somebody gonna be like, okay, that's skewed. Statistics could be skewed, and where you get your data from, where you get it from, they're gonna question that if they don't like it, right? So then you bring up what you see in your own personal life, which should be the thing that qualify you the most because you see it on your own. They'll say, that's your anecdotal experience. That's your anecdotal experience. So you can't even win in these conversations. Like,
that's what I'm saying. No matter what you say.
No matter what you say. So if I have to decide, should I say most of all, majority of the time, I always start my conversations like this. Well, how I personally feel in my own world, how I think, I always say it that way, and you notice that, right? Because I want to stand out on my own. I don't need no damn group of motherfuckers to be like, yeah, I agree with him when he say all the majority. No, this is my view, and I'm standing on it. Now, what you see in your own, because I'm okay with people saying, well, when somebody be like, damn, what world you live in where you don't see this? You know why I'm okay with that? Because we all live on planet Earth, but we all do not see the same world. Those are two different things. Planet Earth and the world is two different things, and everybody does not have, your world is based upon what you see with your own eyes. That is your world view. We all don't have the same world. We all don't have the same views. I don't see the same thing you see every single day, Kev. You don't see the same thing I see. So you can't understand my world because you're not living in my world. That's how I look at it.
Okay. So let me. I like that. I like that though. But I ain't gonna say but hmm. I guess I think about it like this way, right? Because I have seen things like this, and I think when we voice things out, right, no matter how we voice it, I think either way can be either way can be dangerous. How we want to look at it, right? That's just like all right. Because some people be wanting to hear that though. You could have a person that always been slipping with a bunch of people or whatever, and then somebody be like, "Well, in my world, women don't really do that," or something like that, whatever, right? And then that's like kind of trying to take it's kind of taking out the light for the ones that's really doing it. And then because when we voice things, right, when we voice things, there's many people saying it. But if we just speak on, I don't really see it like that or something like that, and then we got people that's seeing it like crazy or whatever. It's like kind of even if you're saying that you didn't see it like that and you see many people that may have seen it like that, it's like what's the point of saying it? It's like what is the to invalidate the other people's experience? Because I think, like I said, once we speak in public, it's more of it's like from that point you have to make from I guess what you feel is general. You know what I'm saying? It's either you're gonna be right or wrong about it. If you say like majority of the people, if you see them that has successful families, both sides had played a specific role or something like that. I don't know, something like that, right? For example, then this would most of the time work, something like that. I don't know. I think it's about stuff like that. But well, that's kind of hard though, because I think either side, no matter if you wanna make it generalized or if you make it personal, both of it can be dangerous. The both of them is a gamble. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen that too many times. Like I'd be like, dang, majority of these ones when they don't really take care of their kids like that. And if you see it like crazy, then you got a couple people. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to get super mad with that, man, because I'd be like, dang, I'm over here with this whole message. Do you come on here? Well, I don't see it like that. They have good people in there, but most of them, they be saying that, be seeming like they have all type of issues, and then like you don't even know how to. You don't even sound like you got your own. You've been seeing you people cussing people out and all that stuff. You one of the ones I'm talking about, but somehow in your world you don't see the people that's like you. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I've been seeing people do that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I don't know. Some stuff like that do kind of irritate me when I'm speaking. I'm trying to speak for the masses. I think any speaker do that. Pastors, people that push out messages, politics, all that stuff. I don't hear them say in my world. They just don't do that. They really don't. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know that most of this stuff are from what we personally view or not, but it's just like I guess when you voicing things out, you just probably hardly would use it unless you more of a I like to stay just like I think even Sean was saying that she said I stay in my own little circle, right? But circles like when you do stay in a circle, that's more meant for like something that's not put out into the public. 'Cause like even with this, like this video, all this stuff going on YouTube, right? So that means everybody's gonna be hearing these things that we're saying and they're gonna take out whatever they take out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, ooh, I couldn't wait for it. That's like, okay, I'm put it like this, right? It's like when you go to Google, right? And it be something we be like, all right, this is a fact. And then you got this one, you might have a one person that like, I don't do that. So you out of the majority of the people you say they comment it like this is a fact. Then you got that one person that's in the comment. No, not with me. You can find like this thing. I'm not gonna push out first love love at first sight type stuff. That I believe that done damaged so many people. I've seen it. I can say it through my experience. I can say that too, but I also seen it through other experiences too. When I talk to majority of people and I see it, right? So I think not time to. I just don't think humans are that much different though. No matter how we want to look at it, I really don't think or believe that because I just see how we react to things and we might move a little different though, but I think we all kind of express kind of the same way and we looking for the same thing for the most part. Even if I ask a lot of people, I'm pretty sure I don't see. But back to what I was getting to is that it'd be that one person that look in the comments and like, oh, I found that one person that agree with me, even though you got 99 people saying no, the sky is not blue. I mean, it's not the sky is blue, and then you got that one person, no, in my world it's purple. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I was right, you know. So it's like I realized no matter what, it's nothing you really can do to please people. It's gonna be people that's gonna listen to you and get motivated by it, and it's gonna be people that's gonna listen to you and feel degraded by what you're saying. So it's just like you can't win them over. I think anybody that just got the mentality of being receptive of what people say, no matter what it is, or take out what they can to go, all right, maybe I am part of that, or if you know you're not, well, I can react to it anyways. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna take out what they can, because it's like we can't stop everybody. And if you got people pushing out a bunch of negative stuff just as loud, you can't really change them. So it's like, no, I'm gonna speak in the general, just same way they doing, just like they generalizing when they making his music and stuff, pop that this and do this, smoke that or whatever. We all men do this and all that stuff, and then they get molded into that stuff, which is dangerous. But when somebody say all men need to change they stuff because they do this or whatever, why not push messages like that? Even if all men don't have to do it, or all women don't have to do it, all women need to stay off the stripper poles and find the right man. Like, why not push messages out like that? Even if all don't have to do it, I would rather say all when it comes to that instant. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to say in my world when it comes to stuff like that. You know, so I don't know, I just look at stuff like that, because you gotta be, sometimes you gotta be the extreme with extreme sometimes. You know, to cancel it out just to get to win some people over. I mean, you win a lot of negative people over with the other extremes. So why you can't try to get the positive out of positive extremes? So that's how I look at it.
I wanted to say something about that, because people that do seminars and things of that nature, it's a good marketing strategy. That doesn't make it right to lie to the people, though. That's what they're doing. Anytime you generalize something, just by sheer proof, we know. Like Sean said, we haven't ran into all these people. So if you're asking why preachers do it, because it's a good marketing strategy. That's how you get people to pay. Every business use it. That don't make it right, though, in my opinion. Because the truth is, I can only really speak for what I know. So can everybody. I can only speak for the men I ran into. I can only speak for the women I ran into. I can only speak for my area that I stayed in. I can't speak for yours or Gemini's. Truthfully, I can't. But I can get up there and lie and say it's everybody. If you would listen to me more, that don't make it okay. And that's where I stand with that. Thanks again, Kev.
Yeah. I guess, like I said, I think everybody got their own routes, man. It's either gonna work or not, man. Either way, I think if you generalize or if you don't generalize, you can save or you can hurt people, no matter what the situation is. You know, that's how I look at it. No matter what it is, I don't think no specific way is better than the next. I just don't think that. I think some stuff have worked when you voiced out certain things that have helped change a lot of lives, because they might have either got scared into it, either they, you know, I mean, I think everything is kind of, I would say, what's the word? Necessary. I think a lot of stuff is necessary in different ways. Sure, even some lies probably save some people's lives, you know. And you might have to stop doing it. You're might unalive yourself if you do that, even though you're probably lying about it. But, you know, they realize that maybe one more bite away, you might lose it. I know doctors do that stuff. They love doing that stuff a lot. You know, your cholesterol super high, even though it ain't nowhere near. But they say that they'll save some lives from, you know, in the future and stuff, because they start focusing on the way they eating and all that stuff. 9 times out of 10 people, if they do like that, they might do that.
You as a doctor cannot go inside of a facility and tell somebody their cholesterol is that high that it's close to unaliving, and it's a lie. You can't do that.
But see, the thing is, they won't. They're like,
it's a Hippocratic oath. That's like right. That's illegal. You cannot just do that. So
I agree. But what
I was just saying, I don't think I was being literal though with that, but I was just saying that some people do that, and I was just speaking on the other end that it don't always harm people, no matter how we want to look at it, because
all lies harm people. all lies harm people.
All
I'm
lies
sorry.
harm people.
That's just why. Yeah, all lies harm people. If I gave you a small lie right now, or
Truth
a
hurt
big
harm people
lie,
too.
or a medium-sized lie, it's still very harmful.
I don't
I
know.
don't think we
I
should make
don't
stuff
think I
okay
agree
that's
with that all the
harmful.
way. I don't agree with that.
Okay,
I would say
I'm
all.
bigger
I would
things.
say a lies. Most lies ain't good. All God lies ain't good. But I wouldn't say it harm them though, because some people have got their lives saved off of it. So some people have got out of situations off of lies. You know, they end up not going to jail because they lied.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that's not
so
okay. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
that helped them in the that helped them in the short term though, like because now that they've lied their way out of trouble, they think that anytime they get in trouble, they can lie their way out of
No,
it,
and I don't
and
believe that
so
either.
they're hurting. So that, but what I'm saying, like, okay, so if you get pulled over for speeding and you tell the cop, yeah, my girl just called me from home and said that whatever happened, I'm like, I really apologize, right? And it ain't no emergency at the house. You just got off work. You was feeling good. You wasn't really paying attention, and you was just speeding. You get out of that one, right? So then the next time you speeding and you feel like you about to get a ticket and you make up a lie, you might get out of that one. But eventually, them lies gonna catch up to you. It
Yeah,
it,
if you
it
do it
might help you.
repetitively, that's yeah, that's gonna bound to happen. I was just saying
Right.
some people might
But
lie
I'm just saying.
a couple
But think
times
about it
and then
like
stop.
this.
Huh?
Think about human nature, though. Think about human nature. Humans are opportunist creatures. We just are. That's how we built, right? If we can seize the
Is you
opportunity, the better.
generalizing or are you
Or,
saying I'm talking to this?
but I'm just no, I'm just. But for real, like on average, there may be an outlier here and there, but the above average person is an opportunist. Any opportunity that they can improve their situations or make their shit easier or better, they're going to take that opportunity. Some of them are going to lie about it. Some of them aren't going to say anything. They're just going to take it. You know what I'm saying? So like at a certain point, that those lies, you see, oh, I lied and it got me out of a ticket. So the next time that you just feeling yourself and you like, man, fuck that speed limit. I'm gonna do 60 in this 45, and you get pulled over. Do you want that ticket? Hell no. What got you out of that ticket the last time? Oh yeah, I lied the last time. Let me see what I can come up with and get out of this ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like that's generally how the mind is gonna work on the average
Yeah.
person.
Some people tell the
So
truth and still start speeding too. So I mean,
yeah,
it can be either way.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are outliers, but like collectively, the majority of us are gonna take the easy way out
Yeah, I feel
majority
that.
of the
I can
time.
feel that. Even in
And
my experience, I
is
felt that. I forgot we got to start talking like that. We can't say majority no more.
and
It's like not talking
and
to.
look now is it easier to for some people it's easier to tell the truth, and for others it's easier to lie. You know what I'm saying? So like they're gonna get caught up, and that short-term benefit is gonna outweigh the fact that down the road you're gonna tell a lie, somebody gonna catch you in it, and they're not gonna be feeling sympathetic, and you're gonna end up in a holding cell for 72 hours instead of having a court cost that you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? So in the long run, you hurt yourself, and you built up a habit of trying to get out of stuff the easy way versus just being accountable and dealing with your own mess. Not to say that people don't grow out of that or don't mature out of that, but it's a thing. Some people never grow out of it. Some people never mature out of it.
True.
It's a thing, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I if I might be missing it, but I feel like what she's saying is that like you might get that temporary gain, but when you think about longevity, like it's not in your best interest, and it's not as helpful to you as the alternative. Telling
I
the
can
truth.
feel it though, but everybody lie though. So
I
that's
mean,
crazy.
true.
No matter if we think it's a small one or a little one, it's still everybody done lie. Probably every day done did it by now. It's or might not notice or unaware of it.
People are pretty aware when they lie, sir. Nobody lies and don't know they're lying.
Or putting on makeup, they probably don't know that they lying.
That's not a lie.
That is a deception. That's straight up. That's flat out. That's one of the first lies. When you're trying to cover things up, or if you're not trying to.
You're using clothing
Weave.
and the act of the intentionally fooling somebody as the same thing, and those aren't two. But okay, Kev, I got you. I dig it.
Oh, sure. My dang on profile dropped out. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. You got me thinking about that.
Not to mention
Is
that when
deception?
makeup was created, it was actually created for men. Women wasn't even allowed to wear makeup. Actually, neither were they allowed to wear high heels. High heels was also created for men. More so horseback riders and knights at the time. It helped with the cleats on the horse, but it's just the same thing that you guys use when you go get your hair cut or women go get their hair done. I look at those things very differently because I was in the hair business for a lot of years, and even today I still cut hair. I just don't do it as much as I used to, like hair shows and travel. But yeah, I look at that stuff very different than what people be trying to conflate somebody feeling good about themselves in the clothes they wear or the way they do their haircut or the way they put their makeup on versus an actual fib that I'm looking at you and I know I'm about to lie to you. I know I'm about to tell you this lie so you can believe it the way I need you to believe it and get what I'm going to get from that situation. That's two different things. Because you can look at a woman and tell she's wearing makeup, right?
Yeah.
You can't look per se at a liar and necessarily tell if they're lying to you until you find out that they didn't keep their word. Then you're like, oh, okay, you lied about that. So that's completely different.
Yeah. I don't think. Sometimes you can't tell like what's really real though. Like you could tell they got makeup on, but you really can't tell how they really look though until that stuff come off their face.
But
Like, dang,
what
you
you
got
do
bumps and
know
stuff, and I ain't know that.
is they got makeup on. So you do
Yeah,
know
that's-
that their face is covered in makeup. So you can't.
Yeah, you know it's in covered up. I was just talking about in the detail. Like you don't know exactly how they face look though. You know.
Hey, take her to the pool, bro. You hear me?
Yeah,
On your
and
first date,
that's
take her
when
to
you
the
get
pool,
surprised.
bro.
Like what the heck?
Yeah, just tell her to jump in the water and there you go. But that's how you clear up that lie, I guess.
You need to clear that lie up
call
real
it.
quick.
But a deliberate lie, you sitting in front of me in my face
Yeah.
and you knew you were finna, that's different, bro. That's
Yeah,
different.
you can't go to the pool with that one.
No, you can't go right. You can't go to the pool with that one.
Right. Like, dang, I can't get that lie out. Get some holy water, maybe.
You gotta become a detective then.
All right, get what's her name? Wonder Woman's lasso. Then we good.
Like on the real.
No,
Hey, but I
that's
wanted to
funny.
answer your first question though.
Right.
So it's say being a Bible scholar, degrees, or I'm assuming you mean like having these things, degrees, money, experience, marriage, and more reflects these things instead of being better with them. Why?
Yeah.
For my answer to that, it would be because it's so much easier for us as human beings to learn a subject than to actually apply the subject that we learned.
Ooh.
So for me to sit there and learn a subject is very easy. For me to disseminate that back to you, what I read, is extremely easy. Now, for me to actually learn how to do what I read is completely different things when it comes to human beings.
Yeah.
So I think that would be how I would answer that question.
That's a good one. I like that.
For the second one, if your husband or wife doesn't post or show you off, are they hiding you? No, I don't think so. Not everybody is into social media. For instance, my husband hates social media, so he don't be on it. He don't like it, and I don't put him on there. So, would you rather be feared or loved? Absolutely, I would rather be loved. Because love lasts longer than fear. Love lasts forever.
Hey.
Fear has to be you have to keep introducing it for it to be effective. So yeah, I wouldn't use that at all. I would like to be loved. Why do so many have problems with being humble? Me personally, I would just assume it's because of the definition. I don't want to lower myself for nothing. I don't want to lower myself to anything else or nobody else because I'm a regular human being and just like the next person beside me. I don't think they should lower themselves either. So in my opinion, probably by definition, that could be it. And do money make you happy? No. Money is a tool used to navigate your life and make your life easy, but it does not make you happy.
Okay. I like how you did that right there. I like why I did that right
Uh,
there.
Let me see. Okay, Scholar. Why do they flex? Um, like I got the same answer for this one and the fourth one. It's ego. Plain and simple.
Thanks.
Like for the first one, it makes you appear to be better than or have more than or smarter than or more financially stable than or whatever. Like I'm better than you because I'm married and you're the same age as me and you're single. You can barely get a date. You know what I'm saying? So I'm better than you, kind of thing. And for the being humble is ego in in a similar way. It's a superior thing. Like I don't want to be, I don't want to have to lower myself to up under somebody or something. Like nothing. Like in my life, I'm the most important thing
Mm-hmm.
because if I don't take care of me, then I can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna fall off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar, but it's kind of different. And I would take love because, like, just using the two highlighted words, love and fear. Like, somebody can love you and and fear, whether it be your physicality or like you being mentally disappointed in them or verbalizing some one thing or the next about them. But if somebody is scared of you, almost 100% of the time you're not loved in that situation. um and if your husband or wife doesn't, yeah, no, definitely not. It's not hiding, and it's just like Malika said. Like me, for example, I got about 4 different social media sites, and sometimes I go through and scroll, and I might like something, I might comment on something, but that's about the extent of it. The majority of the time, except for here on TikTok. TikTok, I actually go live and make videos and shit. But like on the other ones, I just kind of scroll through, see what everybody got going on, because it's like family that's out of state, and friends from high school that are, they out of state or they out of town, and I don't get to see them like that. So it just helped me keep up with people.
Mm-hmm.
But so like if the chick I was messing with, if she's one of the people that posts all the time, like for our relationship to work, she's gonna have to understand that I'm not on social media like that enough to like I don't post much of anything on my social media. So like why am I gonna start now? I've never been that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? So like just because we're dating now doesn't mean that I have to totally alter my whole existence to meet you where you want me to be. So like we just got to come to an understanding that I'm not on social media like that, and I'm not gonna be posting you all the time. And um, the last one, no, money doesn't make you happy. money can Money can alleviate some of your stressors, but in the end of the day, like it's millionaires that be unaliving themselves. Like, how are you worth several hundred or tens of millions of dollars, and you're trying to unalive yourself and happy? It just don't, the two don't conflate. So, you know, I think. Wait, did I answer all? Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's my answers.
I agree.
What you
What's
got?
up, Honest?
Main thing in the building. What you got for us? It's that topic. I ran it back again, man. You were saying about this one. Yeah, I
I
did this
know.
before.
I said it yesterday. I said we need to run it
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I said let me go ahead and run it. Yeah, because I probably ain't gonna get on until Thursday. I said I might as well get on for a couple hours. Probably get off at
Okay.
about 10:30.
Being a Bible scholar, degree, money, experience, marriage. More we flex these things instead of being better within why. People flex to get notice. It's just like anybody, because when I think of people flexing, it's like, oh, okay, I want to be seen. I want to show people what I couldn't show them, what I've been wanting to show them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you go out, yeah, I get that people like certain things. You can like certain things. Like nothing wrong with that. You like what you like. Um, but when you go out and buy it just to sit up here and treat it like show and tell, like, haha, I got this, look what I got, woo, you ain't like me, right? And it's like it's almost feeling like you wanna flex it because you never been in a position to actually have those things. I think people flex things that they never had. And it really shows that you never had it because you're so eager to show it off. You're so in a mind space of trying to tell the next person, I did something that you didn't do. And you trying to make it seem like your life is way bigger and more expensive than the next. But truth be told, you could be broke like the next. You could waste all your money up on flexing and shit. And it's like if you're out here spending your money on the wrong things and just for popularity or just to gain a reputation, then your mind is in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think people don't know how to be better with these things because nobody taught them how to be better with these things. Nobody taught you the true value of these things. So it's like when you get them, you mistreat it because again, it's something that you never had. The person who grew up around it, they don't feel the need to flex it. It's just a part of their lifestyle. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to just sit up here and make themselves a target just because they got this and somebody else don't. Some people make themselves a target when you sit up here and flex things. Yeah, you could feel like it's making you look good. It's putting you in the spotlight. It's making you stand out more than others. But at the same time, all attention ain't good attention.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I got to say about that one. Am I running through them or one by
Yeah, you
one?
wasn't doing.
Okay. If your husband or wife doesn't post or show you off, are they hiding you? If so, for what? I don't think they're hiding you. I just think that you got some people who's more into social media than others. Some men probably not don't never post nothing on the internet far as their own pictures, far as their families, because you just got some people out here they rather be private than to sit up here and you know put put people out there in a way where they know there are strangers, there are people who don't know them who could possibly be a problem. But um but I don't think nobody hiding you. If somebody hiding you, you wouldn't know if they're hiding you because if they never take you out, if they're never, you know, um, let's say treating you like the proper significant other, then you know something ain't right. Because you know, if you ain't got a house, a key to their house, you're not sitting up here. They always got you in hotel rooms. They never trying to let you meet their family. You know, that's how you know somebody hiding you, because they're not taking you as a serious commitment. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I don't want you around nobody. I don't want nobody really seeing you. And it's like, I don't know. I just want to keep this on the low low. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Versus somebody saying, you know, I'm not a big social media person. I really don't like to, you know, post things. It's not even about not posting you. It's about just me understanding that everything, I don't need to post my partner every 5 seconds. Why am I advertising my partner? Yeah, they can be with me, but in a way, it's still advertising. So some people might say it like that. It could be many reasons. But I don't think nobody hiding, because if they hide you, trust me, it will show. Would you rather be feared or loved? We've been through this, Kev.
Oh yeah, you was here then.
Yeah, and I picked
Yeah,
feared. I picked feared, and so
you
many
was the
people
only one that
picked
picked.
fear. They
You said
did.
I'm the only one that said
Everybody up
that.
here was picking love, and I was like, oh hell no. And it's like, don't get me wrong, being loved is cool and all, but my thing is, well, I try to get people to understand I'd rather be feared, because it's like, in a way, people gotta understand that there gotta be a level of fear there for you not to cross certain lines. And some people will cross certain lines because there is no fear there that you won't do nothing, or that you won't ever walk out on them. That's why you sit up here and you see people sit up here and be like, oh, that's my old lady. You know, shit. He cheats on you. And, you know, if he's a dude that don't care to get caught, it's because he doesn't have a fear of losing you. He feel like you're just going to sit there and tolerate it, and constantly tolerate it till, you know, he's ready to not be that way anymore. So I think you got to have a level of understanding, like, oh, if you don't have no fear of losing me, then I'm with the wrong person. Cause I'll be damned if I just feel like, oh, you can treat me any kind of way, you can do me any kind of way. You got to have a fear of not letting somebody go. Some people don't even want to let somebody go. No, I ain't. No, I want you. Sometimes, cause damn, I like this feared word. I do. um, cause I always hear people be like, "Oh, I'd rather be loved," but you could be loved and somebody mistreat you. You could be loved and somebody not respect you.
Is that really love?
Right. But
No,
some people would see it as love.
that's not love at all.
That's not
They be
love,
like,
then.
even though he beat on me, I know he loves me, because, you know,
Yeah,
it's
no,
showing through
that's
the
the opposite
pain.
of love.
It's showing through the pain that he's putting on me.
Yeah, that's why I
Like,
said
it'd
we.
be crazy.
Okay. Okay. So I got a question, just real quick. Like, how many times, how many instances are people feared and they get done wrong by the people, by their subordinates or the people around them?
All the time, in my opinion. Um, and like I said, when it comes to fear, you have to keep introducing fear for someone to be afraid of you. It doesn't last long. It's very strong initially, but if you're not around, that fear fades.
Or the worst part about it that people missing is when you live in a life to get feared. But I love it though. I just love the difference though. I think the scariest part that we missing is that if you notice, majority of people that's getting feared, they're gonna they usually either get taken out or somebody's planning to take them out. And that's worse than just getting beat on the other stuff we were saying about the love. But you ever notice that, like, even if it was the aliens that came on here on Earth or something like that, right? We're gonna fear them, right? But at the same time, we're gonna find a way to get them up out of here because we can't just live scared all the time. And we rather that's where fight or flight come in. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be a time like, okay, I'm gonna be scared of you for only so long, but I don't want to live my life scared of you all day. I'm not about to do that. So that somebody gonna find a way to take you out. I don't think no matter how scared somebody is, they're not about to be like, let me stay in my little corner. You know what I'm saying? Like that. No, they today you got me. What's that one saying they said? I ain't talking now, but well, when you leave, I start back talking again. I don't forget how that go though, but that's how it is.
All
On
right.
Friday, Smokey talking about Debo. When he
Oh,
around,
that's
I
what
be
it was.
quiet. But when he leave, I be talking again.
And for the last two questions, why do so many have a problem with being humble? I think some people look at it as when somebody tell you to be humble, like, oh, you need to humble yourself. It's like, oh, do I need to humble myself because you can't handle the person that you're seeing in front of you? Is it to the point where me not being humble bother you so much to where you're trying to tell me how I should act? And it's like that because I wasn't brought up under being humble. Do I have to change myself just to make you feel comfortable because you were brought up under being humble? I understand I can end up in your position at any moment. Yes, anybody could lose money and end up broke. But it's like, are you pushing this onto me because of your uncomfortability? And to me, there's nothing wrong with being humble. I think a lot of people need to be humble because I think
Wait, why you think that? Is you pushing yourself? Stop.
see, Kat, I
I
have
had
to
to get
play
you
with
real
you,
quick.
Kat.
Hold on, you just talking all that junk about them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just giving you two different perspectives from both
I
sides
get
of
you.
the
Yeah, I get
coin.
what you mean though. Yeah.
I
Being
like to let
balanced.
people look at from both sides of the pillows, not
I feel
just
you. That
one.
makes sense. Yeah,
Uh,
that makes sense.
you know, I think humble when you're humble, you're more on the lines of understanding that everything doesn't last forever like you think it will.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a real life type of thing where you gotta sit up here and understand. Yes, I may got it good today, but tomorrow could be a whole different story. Next month, next week, next year, hey, shit could look a whole lot different. And it's like, if you never humble yourself to think, oh, well, if I always think, oh, I'm gonna be at the top, the moment that I hit rock bottom, if I never be in a position of humbleness, I wouldn't know how to pick myself back up because I wasn't in a humble mindset to understand humble people. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you see certain privileged people who probably never worked a day in their life, they always had daddy money or whatever, family money, and then you try to put them in a work, like a work, the work field, then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, you're coming in with the mindset of I shouldn't have to do this shit. I should be paying somebody for this, or it's like an entitled mindset that you're too good to work. But that's why people do work to teach their kids and people that, oh, you will not be mooching off me for life. You will not be living off me. You do need to have some know-how in this world, to where you don't always have this entitled mindset. Um, but yeah, that's just my opinion on that. Do money make you happy? I think me personally, money, money don't make people happy. It just make people consistent to want to make it, so they can buy the things that they think is happiness or bringing happiness to their life. Money is like a tool to some people. You only use it when you need it the most. And shit, some people they don't use it at all. Some people say that shit for a rainy day. I think money make the people who ain't got it happy. The ones that have it happy, the ones that actually have money, shit, they ain't happy. Shit, a lot of their ass is sitting up here with that money, wishing that they had something else besides the money. Some of them wish that they had families. Some of them wish they had, genuine people or genuine friends around them, because all they been around was people who are using them, or from type of, because of their status, because they got the big house, they got the big cars. A lot of people wouldn't be hanging around people if they didn't have certain things, if they didn't have a certain type amount of money, because a lot of people, what's his name? Yo Gotti say, I'm gonna pay for some friends. He said he gonna pay for some friends. That's crazy. If you gotta buy somebody's friendship, how genuine is the friendship? So money, it can make, like I said, the one thing never had it happy to a certain extent, but eventually, when you put yourself in the same positions as the people who actually was born into money, or who always had money, you will understand, like, it's not everything. It's not the only thing that can bring happiness, or really, it just materialistic. Cause that's not a lifetime of happiness. That's a moment of happiness, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm a land there.
All right. All right. So since we got about a few more people, we ain't gonna do the whole list though. We're gonna do it one by one again. But before we do that, if we can hit these likes real quick, it's like 21 people in here now. If y'all haven't shared yet, go ahead and hit that share. If y'all don't know how to do that, go ahead and hold y'all finger where the post with this the topic is at. Hold it for 2 seconds, and you'll see a list of friends come up. Also, if you don't have that heart near your name, see how D got it. You got a 1 on there, and she got that. I mean, you joined the team. It only costs 1 penny, right? To help put me on the popular live or push me forward towards it. And that's near my name. Just go up there, hit that heart, and you join the team with 1 penny. It ain't too much, If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I don't really ain't ask for that, but
Good Lord, that's a lot of
also
money.
it's too much money, right? You feel it. Hashtag FYPs down there. If y'all haven't added my YouTube, because I do want to move over to there soon. Hopefully, either by next year, if I can, because this year done full pass. Y'all can go ahead and click on my page and add my YouTube, because I post most of my full videos. And y'all see how I started on this thing versus I've been doing this for like at least 3 years now. See how I started and how much things have changed since not until now. I think we all good. I think I hit the likes. We try to, if we can get to 15K for the moment. I think that's everything. I did my quick little mod break. Call it mod break, host break. All right, go ahead. He is my brother. He is. Well, how you feeling, man? Too. We're just gonna tackle the green one for now.
Roger that. What's going on, Kev?
I'm
So,
all right, man. I'm blessed on Sunday.
yeah, praise God, each and every day, even if it was Tuesday. So we're looking at it all. Being a Bible scholar, degrees, money, experience, marriage, and more reflects these things instead of being better with them. Why? Um. So so those who are boastful, or I guess that's
Mm,
what flex means.
yeah,
Those who are boastful about these type of things or whatever, they are not genuine in it. Um, One, there's nothing wrong with knowing scripture because you got to know scripture to know God.
true.
But when people seek to be admired for their worship, God says to do those things in private with Him. That has nothing to do with, just like fasting, right? That's not for everybody to know. That's between you and the Lord. So when people do those type of things, it's one of those look at me moments, and it shouldn't be. Money and all that kind of stuff. Look, here today, gone tomorrow, right? You can have it today and lose it all tomorrow. Jim Carrey, who just converted to being a Christian, said that when he was at the peak of his success, he felt lonelier than any man living. And it's all on YouTube, Kev. And he said he and you actually see him convert to Christianity. He got baptized and so forth. But he said I never felt lonelier than I did when I was at the height of my success and so forth. He said this is it's not anything that I would want for anybody. And he talks about that. And so at the end of the day, brother, we shouldn't be boasting in anything. It's not about a position that you hold or this money that you're gaining or things like that. Understand that there's a reason that you are in that position, and that's because he put you there. That's it, bro. I'm closing from that.
Okay, for sure, for sure. I think it was D next, and then we got Lima. What you got for me, my brother?
Being a Bible scholar, degrees, money, experience, marriage, and more, reflects these things instead of being better with them. And wow, you know why? Motherfuckers want to be seen, just like catching the Holy Ghost at church. Especially if it's a mega church with some TVs and the goddamn jumbotron in both corners. Ah, Jesus! You watch that 90-year-old woman bust that goddamn 2.940 across that holy carpet up into that motherfucker. It's to be seen, bro. Like it is truly, truly to be seen. I mean, just like some people get married, they don't really get married for the sake of a purpose of building their own legacy and extending their family. No, they get married because all my homies got bad bitches, so I got me a bad bitch too. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just doing stuff that's not tailored to their life. It's senseless. It's nonsensical movements that people make. Even with school. I'm gonna go get this degree because my cousin got this degree. But is that what you really wanted to do? Because you can make money doing anything, and a lot of people don't understand that. And it's odd that they don't understand that, particularly in the day and age of all the stuff that happens on the internet that shows people the oddest ways to make money. It's literally a whole category on the internet that will show you the oddest way to make money. And that doesn't fit the mold because you want to know why it's not a part of the top 3 trends. So when people stop wanting to be seen and start knowing, the real thing that's going on with themselves, then they will find out what really matters. It's building the bond and strengthening the relationship with you and your God. Don't pray the way Kevin pray. Don't fast the way she fast. Don't tithe the way Gemini tithe. Like, do you. Be you in all things. And you can't do that because you don't have a relationship with yourself. So meanwhile, while Donna's gonna get him a bad one, I gotta get a bad one too. Because I ain't got no goddamn identity. So that's why they do the shit they do.
Okay. Go ahead, Lima. What you got for us?
I basically think it's to get recognition on social media, because
Mm,
that's all it's really for. It's for social media. People want to make other people think they're living a life that they're really not, right? So it's for show. Because anytime you have a conversation, everybody makes 6 figures on TikTok. Everybody you hear in the
right.
panel makes 6 figures on TikTok, right? Everybody's quoting Bible scriptures. This person knows more than this person about the Bible. This person been a Christian or whatever for how many umpteen
Mm-hmm.
years. You hear women calling other women pick me's. That's a huge thing now. As if being married is a bad thing. I don't really understand that talking point, but okay. So basically, it's to make yourself seem better because when you get on this app, building yourself up saves you for whatever time that you're on this app from the accountability that you have to take for your life when you get off this app.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look in the mirror and you have to deal with yourself, or when you're walking around your house every day and there's nobody else, to pat you on the back or, to give you kudos, you have to do it for yourself. And most people can't even show up from this for themselves. So they need other people to do it, which is what social media is for. That's why you see a lot of people posting, cars or how whatever it is that they watches, money, whatever it is that they have, women, bodies, and all that, looking for validation. That's what the whole premise is. You just want valid. You want other people to say, "Good job, good body, nice car. Oh man, look at this. Oh, you this, that, and the other." We're so self-centered, and narcissistic because everybody want to throw out this narcissistic word. We're so self-centered and narcissistic where it's about me, 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 me all the time, right? Look at me, look at me, look at me. And that's in all aspects of your life because you hear people up here, well, I have 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees, Like what? Like, okay. Like you and freaking 500 other million people. Like, what do you know what I mean? What does your degree mean more or less than the next person's?
Mm-hmm.
Debt? Okay, if you go, that's fine. But people want to seem better than the next person. And that's a character flaw. I think people really need, like, why do you always have to feel better? That means you're a sad ass individual in your everyday life. That you have to feel better and look better than the next person. And then you want everybody else to co sign you feeling better or looking better than the next person.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a mental disability, honestly. I mean, I'm not trying to talk about people, but I think it's something mentally wrong there. If you just need that constant all the time, every day, it's a problem.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna say my point of view on it too, and then we can do an open panel on that one before we go to the next one. And I like what you said on that one part. I would say, I say it's more of a maturity thing. I just believe everybody haven't got to that stage of, our bodies might have grew, but maybe not our mentality. So I would say it's like that. I think I used it before, like that look at me and let me get validated by that. So I can understand as a child, right? That's the reason why I say it's maturity. As a child, I can see that. You're gonna run up to mommy, daddy. Hey, look what I did, stuff like that. Then you're gonna have, they, oh, you did so good, boy. You did so good, girl. All that other stuff. And then you feel so good that made your day. When somebody say that, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, yes, yes, mommy, yes, mommy. I know that stuff. Stuff like that. But to this day, it just carries on. That's why people post pictures. Oh, your booty looks fat. Or yo, it's so much stuff now. Ooh, you think that I did that, stuff like that. They still carry that stuff on. That's why I'm so big on that words of affirmation and all that love language stuff or whatever. Like to this day, it's like these are things you should have grew from to learn to give it to yourselves first and stop looking for other people to do it. That's why people can't find love to this day because they got an entitlement behind these the way they want to be loved nowadays. And I feel like that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you only know to love one of the two ways. That's the only way you like it. You like it or whatever. Yeah, I can feel it though, but I think that entitlement is hurting us at the same time too, though. So like all them things we supposed to, at one point we might have depended on it. Mama had to lift our head up when we was a child and all this other stuff or whatever. But we had to learn how to lift our own head up at one point, But some of that stuff, it's like I said, it's just a maturity thing. It's that feeling you get, that extra boost. That same thing people do when they come on here and look for arguments and all that stuff. Like they get a boost when they feel like they want an argument, but then they get humbled, which is another thing. And then they feel like then they got to go to the extreme. Like some people just like I'm not gonna lose, and end up getting hurt and having that mentality of that usually leads to the grave anyway. That's the reason why another reason why I wouldn't choose to be for toughness or be feared. But that's all another thing too. We ain't even get to that though. But yeah, overall, but I get really with that, especially with the Bible scholars. That what I was getting with that is that just like I think some of them do feel like they better, like they rather hit people with the mm-ms nowadays, or you could just tell like off the way they kind of the way they act, they do make it seem like they just it's like the nose be up. You could just it's like you could tell because the way that or they feel like they smarter too. You know, they feel like they smarter and all this stuff. And then sometimes you just can't tell them no different. You can't tell them no different. No, I know what it means. You can't tell me what it means. I think all of us trying to figure it out. We all trying to be on the same page for the most part. But you know, you just listen how some of them talk. Then like some of them act like they don't have no issues that they had to work on. They always talk about more of what everybody else got to work on. They don't say what they have to work on. You know, somehow they, you know, so I just say like many things like we don't use these things to live it. I mean, we don't apply it to our life, which is the hardest thing. It's easier to tell everybody else what to do, but it's harder to apply it to our own personal lives and stuff. I mean, literally all of us have something we have to work on. All of us do, literally. I don't know who don't. Unless we just, I don't know, whatever. But all of us have something. But to actually use these things and be like, and that scripture, it seemed like you shouldn't be doing that. What about a scripture with the things you shouldn't be doing? Like you don't know how to hold your mouth, you don't know how to hold your tongue. You always look. I mean, it's so many things. So we can all go back and forth on the situation. It's not to say that we shouldn't speak on these things, but have to realize that everybody gonna have to figure out things. And when you see something that's affected, do you speak on it? You know what I'm saying? But you don't just sit there, act like you know, you use these things just to flex. Okay, I know all these. I could tell you where this is at in the Bible. You tell me where it's at, but tell me how do you start being that way? You know what I'm saying? You ain't showing me that. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, we use things like that to flex. You know, degrees. You know, hear this plenty times on this app. You know, oh, I got so many degrees. Okay, what that's supposed to mean? What do that have to do with me fixing a car? You know what I'm saying? What did that got to do with you learning how to forgive? Your degrees haven't. You still on here trying to look for violence and stuff. All these degrees you have, you still looking for violence. Why you don't have a avoid confrontation degree? You don't have a let me stop seeking for attention degree. Where's that at? You know, they don't have degrees for that stuff. These people be the most miserable people that have to use these type of things to and that's what it is. They use these things to basically hide their insecurities. That's just what it is. That's something if you realize, if that's what the first thing that they got to lead with is what they have or what they got, it show that they have nothing else to their character, because that accomplishment made them. And you know, that's why some people, I hear people say that, well, why not flexing when you got it? What's the point of your flex? And that's what I had to learn as we grew up though. Like even if, like, say if I get a six pack and worked out, you know, what's the point I'm getting to about that? Is it to help motivate the next, or is this to help boost my own little ego and show everybody, look at that? Because I can understand, right? Some people had to do it because if you got told no all this time, you can't do it. All these things, I can feel it. Like I think about Jake Paul, right? You know, today a lot of people don't like the guy and stuff, but he that one kid that I looked at that everybody kept telling me he can't do it, and he's sitting there knocking people out. You knocking people out, doing all this stuff. You talking about you a YouTube, and I can feel it though, because people done did stuff like that to me. Tell you that you can't do it, and you want to flex. You want to get back on people's neck, like I told you, what's good. You know what I'm saying? You weak, but you got to get to a point where you start seeing that it's affecting you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that stuff is right, but it do affect, no matter how you want to do it. Like I was hearing about we ain't on a humble thing though, but even with that, like I think stuff come from multiple ways. But most of the time when we flexing things, we have nothing else extra to offer. Most of the part, I can really make this young deal. I'm not trying to make the room so big. Just like, you know, women that gotta show their body off and all that stuff. That's still a flex. You know what I'm saying? Well, but they don't want to show that stomach though. They always turn to the best features and stuff. But you know, the stuff like that. But they the same ones that I can't hide it. I can't hide it. But you doing a good job at hiding that stomach though. You know what I'm saying? So you can hide it. So stop lying. You can wear more baggy your pants if you just want to show it because you know everybody else seeing it. You done came out this house. You seen that cat sticking out. You bent over and seen it yourself. So don't act like, oh, I just sexualizing me and all that stuff. You're trying to flex it. You know what I'm saying? Don't play silly now. You know what I'm saying? Just like that's like a dude walking around with a wad of money, you know, coming out. All he had to do was spend $1 on violators, but you sitting there come out with a stack of hundreds. For what? What you had to do all that for? You know what I'm saying? When somebody rob you, oh, blame the robber. That's what we do now. Blame the robber or something like that. We can't control that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the freak? But people set they selves out, they want to blame the other person. I know if I come out here with my doors unlocked, 9 times out of 10 somebody can steal my car. Of course I can blame them all day, but that still put me in the hole because I'm doing silly stuff when I could have simply locked my door. It's better safe than sorry, right? We say that all the time. But why we don't be safe? because we always want attention so bad. We choose attention over the actual over safety nowadays. I noticed that people is addicted to it. Well, I love when people see that I got these fresh new shoes on and stuff. For what? Most of these people that we be trying to flex for and all this stuff, they miserable people they dang on self because that's all they do. They need Jordans to make themselves feel better. They need, all these things for them to feel better. But if your confidence is based off of keeping up with the Joneses, you have a long journey ahead of you, and that's a long journey of misery because you ain't gonna be able to keep up all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's a whole other thing. I didn't want to go too deep, but I wanted to give y'all something for the open panel if y'all wanted to add a takeaway. But we on the open panel now
Yeah,
until we
I'm
get
gonna
to
add
the
to that
next.
because I got to drop here
For
shortly. I
sure.
got to get my ass over to YouTube. Man, listen, you said the keyword insecurities. If you look at what most insecurities are, is for those who don't have the identity of self, right? It all comes back to self, and a lot of the stuff is when you need to flex, even when you've been downed so long, when you need to flex, there's something going on within you that you haven't identified for self. I mean, dude, I'm notorious for the fuck alone, right? And then when something goes good in my life, oh man, cuz I didn't know you had this. I didn't know you weren't supposed to know. And who the fuck told you? You know, I always question, the mindset of those that have to flex. They have to. You.
The heck just happened? Not TikToking. You out the box. Boy, everybody request back up, man. I don't know what just happened. Boys in the middle of preaching. That's crazy.
You're messing up.
I don't trust TikTok. They say y'all talking about too much flex. What happened there? Let me see. Make sure I get everybody back.
I said, let me flex.
Let me flex real quick. What happened to? Dang, what happened to D? He was in the middle of talking.
D said he was leaving.
How about everybody? Everybody done jumped out that fast. It was about 2 seconds. I don't know what happened.
And it looks like he kicked
TikTok,
out
man,
another
it's always
people.
something new though. That's why I can't wait to get to YouTube. How to deal with this stuff. I try to see if I wait on them to come back. I don't know what happened. Whoa, let me see. Let me invite him back up. Hey, y'all can see me. Everybody who in the comments, I can't tell who. I'm dealing with this stuff. Probably stuck on everybody's stuff frozen or something like that. I don't know. I said, okay, you can hear it. Okay, for sure. I'm trying to make sure y'all can.
Yeah,
I don't know what just happened that quick.
TikTok
I just
hates.
said all that. I tried to set the dang on the panel up for some stuff, and this young said nope. Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, that's what it is. That's why I even named the room that. I said it's like we're just flexing our insecurities. That's just what it is. I had to realize that too. I said with arrogance, it do usually have some type of insecurities. When we try to look for people, and it depends on like, because I realized that everybody look for validation. To for some reason, because it's like, is this validation to help improve your life, or is it just for you to feel good for the moment? I noticed that we go off of like feels for a minute, and that's a lot of people. I feel like that's a majority, even though I haven't been around majority. I guess I got to watch how I talk nowadays. 'Cause I know everybody say like that, but I feel like it's majority, right? A lot of people go off of feelings and stuff, so it's like that's the reason why if you look at these lives, like most people be in dramatic lives, most people be in safe spaces. That's the new thing nowadays. I need somebody to be able to give me a pat on my back for the wrong I have done in my life. what the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I already slept with this many type of women and men. Let me go and find somebody that can help not push that in my face because I'm trying to hide it in my body. I'm trying to hide it in my mind. I don't need nobody telling me about my life. Them the people that say, the quick to say, who are you people? Who are you to judge me? And yet, same people judging you. You know, when they give you compliments, that's a judgment. You know, you don't say who are you to judge me when they say that though. But that's a whole nother thing.
The lives that say not a safe space. I
Yeah.
never join those. Those be the
Safe
most ratchet
space. That means you're gonna
ones.
get cussed out. You ever notice that you get
Right.
cussed out in the
Not
safe
a safe
spaces?
space. Like they came up there to cuss and fuss and blow the house down. I ain't gonna be.
Yeah, that's scary. Them things scary. What do you them to listen to get triggered people I notice. They sit there and wait.
I only be having triggers with the gender lives,
Yeah.
but we gonna leave that alone.
That's a whole nother thing. I already know, man.
I think the whole, when it comes to the validation thing, I think that's been around all our lives, meaning from ever since we was kids. We'll
Yes.
be looking for the good job or you did a wonderful, you're awesome. Oh my God. And to separate the good from the bad. That's what it was. It was always
Mm-hmm.
trying to separate the people who had great behavior from the people who had bad behavior. And it showed the
That's
people
what
who
it
did
is.
good, the ones that did good, you get rewarded. The ones that do bad, hey, you get
Get a
consequences and
foot up your butt.
repercussions.
Yeah. That's what it is. People just still live with it. But it also brings a feeling, right? It's either a feeling of ooh, you did right, just like you said, and the other one is shame. Shame is the opposite. Nobody liked the feeling of shame, but that also lets you know that what you did was wrong. People don't like being wrong. That's just the overall thing, but that goes against ego and pride, which all of us go off with. But we're not gonna be right all the time, you know. But I
So
know
it's
people don't
like
like
a
to be wrong either.
degree.
But
It's like a
huh?
degree or an award, a different type of validation, or is that something that you earn?
You used to earn those. You earn it.
Huh?
Earn it. The Bible scholars, you put in time for that. Marriage, yeah, I don't even know what to say about
So
marriage,
is
but
that
even earning,
validation or is that something that you earn though? Like,
what's that?
like a degree or an award or
No,
something
that's
like that?
something you earn though. But when you use it as a flex, you look for validation though.
Oh, when you flex. Okay, I see what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
the whole thing about that. Yeah, most of these things, marriage is right. That's just something you built up, or just some people like the weddings. You know, they don't even really want marriage for real, but some people use that as a flex. I'm married and you're not. That don't make you not visible.
Right.
I don't get that. They think, well, as soon as they get that stamp on there, that oh, okay, that cure all the things that I had back in my time before I met you. I was nothing. I tell people this all the time. If people that said that stuff, I was nothing without you. You gotta believe that stuff. Like, look, you gotta believe it. People literally is nothing without people. You know, so that's a red flag in my book. You know, that used to be sounding cute, but if you was nothing without me, what the heck have you been doing all your life? And what you looking for me to make you somebody? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people set themselves up like listening to that, because that's that. I guess those cute words that you was hear online and stuff, or hear on movies and stuff. I'm nothing without you. Looking at, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But you got to watch out for stuff like that, because you better be something. You got to be something. I done built all my time to be something or something. You know, I'm not about to sit here. That mean them the ones that depend on you to make them something, and that becomes a job. Then that also, you know, and then that becomes hectic. There's only so much a human can do. Then you got to worry about being something yourself and help somebody else be something. Ain't that something? So that'd be that's just hectic though. So you know, that's why I'm big on wording. I'm big on all that stuff. Like we gotta pay attention to things we say, and the things we say also it can make us. It make us. It builds us into something that we probably don't really want to be. You know what I'm saying? We just don't really pay attention to that.
And it's funny you brag about. So I look at people when they brag about certain things. I look at them like they stupid. Like, would you want a treat? I give you a doggy
Right.
food.
Like a dog.
You want to cheer for you? What's like? I hate when they like, oh, I got a bachelor's degree, a master's degree. Okay, cool. You got it way
Cool.
before I met you. So what that has to do with me?
Right. You want to congratulate? What? It's like you either get a congratulation or Another thing, if you don't give them credit, like you're hating them. So what is that? You just looking for straight good or something like that? Well, I can't have my
Looking
opinion.
for hate, looking for envy. I don't care about your degree. I really don't.
I really don't. I
You
got my
don't
own
need
life.
like a degree to be educated, but if you know, talking about a certain subject and then you bring up your degree, then it's different because it's like I'm telling you this because I know what I'm talking about.
It's
True.
certain ways to bring it up. Like, say if you say, I ask you, what you do for a living, and you tell me you're a doctor. And back in my mind, you have to tell me you got a degree. In the back of my mind, you have to have some type of degree or some type of education
Right.
to be a doctor. I don't need you to know you got a master's degree or a bachelor's degree. I don't care about that part. I care about you got a job. Okay, cool. Let's move on from this.
Mm-hmm.
You bring it
Oh,
up.
so
That's all
you
you
mean
got.
they be like, I'm a psychologist, I got a PhD, like
You throwing
Right.
it all. If you tell me about your job title, lets me further know you have some type of degree. Period.
right.
You don't have to bring
Mm-hmm.
it up. Which one is it? Or you got this one that I don't care. I just ask what you do for a living. All right, you do. Okay, cool. Right,
That's true. Because if you say you're an engineer or a doctor, like gonna be like, oh, what type of degree you got? Like, you gonna know like they had to get it.
I'm not going into detail. I do. I just ask you what you do. You ask me what I do a living. I'll tell you what I do. Okay, whatever. Once you bring that up, like now you're looking for a clause. You want me to get you a cake or something. What you want? What you would expect to give you, right? And it's annoying after a while. Like, okay, what else is about you besides your degree? Like, what makes you special outside of that? What you just brought up? And it's crickets from there. That's why I think the ones I tell all my guy friends, and you can ask a girl, right, what she brings to the table when it comes to a relationship. If she gets upset, catches an attitude, let you further know she don't bring nothing, she can answer a simple question. And I have to know about your job, and I have to know about your career, or your education. It's how you going to treat this man at the end of the day. That's the question. Basically, it's boiling up to you. How you going to treat? How you treat others? Who are you as a woman? Like, who is you? Like, outside of your job and, what makes you, you? Your sense of humor? Can you cook? Do you care? Do you give back to the homeless? Do you,
Yeah.
do you like kids? What's your opinion on relationship? It's like one big question and one question with a bunch of things you can add into it. But they get defended. So when they get defended, that means they can't answer it or their brain just shuts down on them. Like, why are you getting upset for me asking that question? And
Again, challenge. I
I
don't
tell
know what
fellas,
on my live. Yeah, it had. I don't know. It had it did that little shutdown thing when it freeze, but this time it just knocked everybody out the box.
I tell my
And
guy,
then my
check
jump was
this
just
out.
like up to about 20 some people in here, but I guess everybody couldn't take it. They like, I'm out of here. Oh, I'm out of here.
Because soon as I say this, dudes, if your girl, you go on a date with a girl, first date, and she's always on her damn phone, get up from that table and walk the hell away. She's not there for you. She's there for a free meal.
Ooh, that's a good one. Uh oh, that Kevin Samuels
Be in a
popping back out
situation.
again.
If she's not trying to talk to you, trying to get to know you, trying to have some conversation over why y'all eating, and she's always on her damn phone, always picking up that freaking phone, she not there for you, my nigga. Pay for your food and get up out of there.
You know what's also crazy to me? When I also see people who sit up here and flex like their degrees and stuff, it be like, why can't you just naturally let somebody see if you smart or not? Like,
That right there that you know.
why do you literally gotta tell me, oh, my brain is educated? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy to me that people sit up here and be like, oh, well, I went to Harvard. Oh, okay, that's
Ooh,
amazing,
want a
right?
cookie?
Like, cool. And you start to look at a person like, okay, you telling me you went to Harvard? Why?
What
Because
that mean?
you thinking that Harvard makes you look good, or makes you look better than the ones around you,
Uh-huh.
or make you look like you know what you're talking about more than the others.
Yeah.
Some people would really use that shit and be like, "Oh, well, my degree."
And you know
Make
what's
You
funny
yourself
don't
though?
need
feel
a
better.
degree to be educated.
You
You
shall
know,
It's more
squad.
validation for like your own self than validation from others. Yeah.
and that's true. A lot of people love to hear themselves talk. They go into whole wordy rants about, I went to Cambridge and Princeton and Yale, and I know more than you. But the truth of it is, even if you did go to those universities and so forth, um, that doesn't make you knowledgeable. As a matter of fact, physics is physics, no matter where you get it from, right? Or whatever the case. And some people just, I don't know, they just seek to exalt themselves. They want to exalt themselves. Um, and they want to make it appear as if they are flawless because of an academic institution. That's absurd. Every last one of us walking and breathing in this meat suit, we are walking in daily battles. Daily battles. So at the end of the day, I mean, just like, a friend of mine who served in the army, a couple of weeks, his son unalived himself. He's grieving, man, and we a lot of us are reaching out to him and calling and talking to him and things like that. It's nothing when you hear a man break down over the loss of his son. And, those battles that we deal with, not frivolous nonsense about where you went to university at, things like that. It's something else, man.
Facts. Like to me, it's like um it was something that you said that I wanted to respond to. I think it's not bad to be smart. I think it's bad when you try to sit up here and play somebody like they're less intelligent than you. Um, and truth be told, you could be smart, but because like I always say, it's smart people everywhere. It's just not enough wise people. Like you could be smart all day damn long. I don't give a damn how many books you read. That doesn't determine if you're wise or not. You could still be smart and say some dumb shit to somebody. Like literally,
Facts.
I could give a damn if you went to Harvard. I could give a damn if how many colleges or scholarships you done got. Because honestly, if I'm listening to you, then I have the understanding that you saying some shit that sound good, but if it doesn't make sense to me or make sense at all, then I'ma really determine if you're smart or not. Like if that makes sense to y'all. Like
I went to Harvard. I know about Nike shoes. It be the stuff that don't matter. They gotta throw that in everything. I went to Harvard. I know how to forgive. I'm the best MK player because I went to Harvard.
and the crazy thing is I just watched a dude who went viral for basically teaching his daughter, telling his daughter, you don't settle for anything less than a man who can. If a man can't sit up here and provide for you 100% in life, or no woman in life, then don't date him. And I said, hold the fuck up. Like, what kind of mindset is this? Like,
Oh, don't
I
forget. He's saying, I seen that. He said, oh,
yes,
if he can't be 100% of the bills, he's not a real man.
yeah. I said, what the hell? I said, this why women getting beat on. Cause they up here settling for a man just cause he paying 100% of the bills, and it's like, damn, if that's all she's supposed to be looking for inside of a man, if he could provide 100% of the bills, then he should entertain your daughter. No, how about if he ain't coming with a healthy mindset? If he ain't coming with being a responsible person? If he ain't coming, like, it be like the weirdest shit I be hearing. I'm like, hey, money
If
ain't
you ain't
everything.
doing
Cause
setting
I
her
know,
up, all you
I
doing is
know, I
setting
know
her up.
people who aren't so good who touch money every day.
Exactly. You setting her up to get played. She gonna be ending up with Diddy, getting her behind whooped.
Right.
You know what is perplexing is that people monetize what value is. And I'll put it this way. My child is worth more than any trash currency on this planet. That she is a blessing from God, and I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, if anything, like, the monetary thing, I'm not even nowhere near worried about, don't care. But if something, God forbid, was to happen to my child, that would crush me. That would I don't know what would go on after that. You know what I'm saying? That she's irreplaceable, and that's why I was like, the things that we exalt and the things that we always want to put a price tag on to be transactional about is really something that we shouldn't. It's really something that we shouldn't. Um,
We shouldn't, but like I said, I laughed at that when I see that shit. I'm like, this nigga setting her up to get played. You know how many pimps out there got money? Okay. To me, he just put a price tag on his daughter's forehead, and he didn't even realize he just did that.
He trying to turn her into Lori Harvey.
oh,
Like I
God.
said, price tag on her forehead, up for sale.
Mm,
I mean,
that's me.
I get. Don't get me wrong. I get people want the best of the best for their kid, right? But the thing is, if your kid don't know how to treat the best of the best, what's good is what good is them entertaining somebody that's the best if they don't know how to treat the person properly? Because you could get somebody and they'll get. She was like, "Oh yeah, I got the best of the best," but the best of the best, you could just be using them. It might not be genuine.
Yeah, and on top of that, and I mean that's a great point. And many, it seems like many are not raising their kids to be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? They are praising their kids. They're not, providing that discipline. They're not. So when they become adults, next thing you know, they doing weird pronoun stuff and all this other stuff they got going on. This is generations and generations of this have been going on, for so long that the only way to combat this is like, I really don't know. I don't know if it's a easy answer for this.
Let reality check them. Cause reality's gonna check you worse than anything person could say out they don't mind. Cause reality's gonna check you hard, and it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be nice either. Started teaching her the game, so the little lines we guys used, get when we were younger to get in the girls' pants. Started teaching her to avoid certain lines. I'm talking about money. So you just put a price tag on this little short girl pants, and then nobody didn't see that video went viral.
I agree with something Adonis said. I don't think kids nowadays have the same type of discipline, or like, I don't know, they influenced easier or something like that.
Hmm. And I'm like, I get what he's saying about the 50-50 thing, but guess what? We live in reality. You are lucky as a man who has created your own business. You live a good lifestyle. Good for you. Like to flash your little jewelry off. Good for you. But at the end of the day, you're not teaching her. Hopefully, he's teaching her how to be a wife and know how to be a partner. Not somebody's laying on the couch thinking, A man supposed to pay all them bills and she don't supposed to be doing nothing with her life. Don't know a light bill, don't know the gas bill, don't know the, if that man leaves this earth, rest in peace, do she know how to run, do she have to pay the mortgage, the gas, the water, the electric bill? Can she clean that whole entire house on her own? Like, things you gotta think of. Does she know who to pay for the electric bill? Who come to pick up to fix the darn AC unit? Like, I don't know. I just looked at him, I'm like, you're a joke, bro. You just put a price tag on your daughter's head, don't even, she didn't get a chance to live life. You already put a freaking price tag on her freaking head.
Exactly. That's how gold diggers start out to me. Always looking at the price of a person. What can a person do for me? If you can't sit up here and, bring this to the table, then I don't want you. And it's like, hold on. Why do I gotta be, why do I gotta bring something materialistic just to keep you? That says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, if you're not just genuinely around me because you want to be around me, because you want to love me, and you see the good person I am or can be to you, then it just like you're just literally taking my kindness for weakness. And I think that's why a lot of good people get really messed up in the head. Because it's like you really up here trying to give your best to somebody who really don't deserve your best. It's like they're looking at you and they're like, oh, I caught me a come up. Oh, I got me a good sucker now. He the one. I know his ass gonna sit up here and jump hurdles to do what I want him to do. Or, he gonna sit up here and try to put on his best impression or put his best foot forward to please me. And if he don't do that, I'm gonna let him know, hey, what you won't do, the next man will. That's why Lori Harvey is on her 8-9 boyfriend. Cause she got that mindset, what the next man won't do, another one will. And it ain't hard.
And I'm like, go ahead. You think you do better than me? Go ahead. I'll see you in 30 years.
I'll see you in 30 years is crazy.
Every time I see this, I hear it from where I listen to women. I'm trying to listen out for the keywords. I could do better than you. I see them from the divorced women like, oh, you do better than your husband? The one you had, the one who could put up with your mess? But 30, 40 years later, you're crying and complaining about where all the good men at. You had one. You had it. You went to get divorced. Now you got this single mother trying to date in your early 40s, your late 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You should be go join your golden years with your husband and traveling. Your kids left with the college, they left, got their own family, doing their own thing. You should be enjoying your golden years, your last golden years with your husband. No, you out here trying to compete with women in their 30s, 40s, and some in their 20s. You look weird as hell going to the club at 60 years old, trying to toot it up. Only thing coming out of that toot is dust. Go sit your ass down some damn where. And it's embarrassing. I don't feel sorry for women who say, oh, I went to divorce my husband or I'm a single mother. I don't feel sorry for you. You want a petty show? No, not over here. You sound pathetic. You had a man who was paying the majority of the bills, helping with the kids, probably helping out with the house chores. You left them because you think you could do better. You think you could.
But Perkins, I have heard women come on on my live and say, "Oh yeah, he was a good man, but he was a good man for somebody else. I don't think he was a good man for me, cause He's a different type of good man.
See, hold a second. He's good enough
He's
for
a
another
different
woman.
type of good man. Different type of good man.
Okay, see, they really want me. They want me. Rest in peace to my godfather, Cameron Samuels. But they think Cameron Samuels works. Well, I'm trying to hold back on my YouTube channel. I'm really trying to hold back on that. I'm really trying to fall back off that. I don't care about the smoke. I'll take all the smoke. But this foolishness, but you want a man in six figures. If you can't manage a man who's making $50,000 a year or $60,000 a year, how the hell are you gonna manage a man who's making triple that? You're not qualified for that man whatsoever. And if he do get to you, all he gonna do is clap them cheeks, hit those guts, and send you an Uber. Goodbye. Just keep it 100. You don't know how to be loyal and faithful to one man who's making the same amount of money as you or a little bit more, but you want a man who's making triple you what you making. You can't even get near his farts close enough to even smell his damn air. Are you freaking kidding me? He's in a special club where you gotta pay. I'm in New York, and rich people got these special clubs, right? To get into the special club, actual club, you gotta spend $5,000. That's just the entry fee. Don't know how much it's gonna cost to stay part of that club, to be around those wealthy men. Or you not even in that circle, not even close. To spend $5,000 a month for an entry fee. Stay in your lane. That's not your lane. Oh, what about the girls who's average looking, who got this guy and got that? Sweetheart, that average woman you talking about, been with that man when he was broke. That average woman you talking about, she was there before he was rich. She was there before the brick even got put together. That's how she got there. Oh, what about these white girls? Becky was there when he was in college, when he had nothing. He was eating ramen noodles out of his own, what's the name? He was hollering at you, but you dust him off. Oh, nah. And Becky picked him up. And next thing you know, she chilling with him at the draft pick in 2023. I see more Beckys at the NBA draft pick with them young men getting drafted than a sister. He was playing with two sisters, look like raisins and a bunch of inside of a doing macaroni salad. Really? It don't make sense.
Facts, cause some Becky's. Hey, ain't gonna lie, I've been noticing that too. I was like, damn, I've been seeing a lot
And
of,
that's funny. And
and
that's
it's
funny.
only because
Mm-hmm.
they're with those dudes because those dudes, like you said, they're with black women or try to get at a sister, and the sister was like, oh, you dusty, you look broke. You talk to me when you actually doing something better or got your life together, and it's just like, damn. I gotta be in a position of having my life completely together for you to just entertain me. That's crazy. Because if you really liked me, it doesn't matter if I got it together or don't have it together. Genuineness is genuineness.
And it kills me. I'm in the area in upstate New York, right? I see more white couples, Becky and their husband, and Charles and her husband. I see more married white couple than I see married black couple. I might see here a little sprinkle here come through, whatever, with kids and stuff, whatever. Cool. But majority of the time, from the elderly, from 80s, from probably 60s, probably late 30s and late 40s, are all married. Some of them are in college and left college with their boyfriend college and boyfriends in college and actually got a car, doing their own thing, married and all. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It don't make sense. Out of colleges, there's more Beckys leaving colleges with a wedding ring. than in sisters. Now, sisters, you got your education, you got your degree, you got your bachelor's, master's. Cool, congratulations. But the one thing you can never master is how to keep a man. Reality, a woman gets judged by the man she could get. Let me say it again, the man she could get and keep. Not the one you used to have or the one you used to be married to, you left him. The man you could keep for the rest of your damn life. And then God gonna help you. You disrespected him by disrespecting his doing the oath you took in front of him. You think that's gonna be brushed under the carpet later? You got to answer that later down the line. And your kids gonna suffer for your bad decision making. And we see it in the streets. Kids pay for their mama bad decision making every day. But Becky's son, he's going to college, going to get a degree or something, maybe a trade or something, getting married, have a couple of kids, got a nice little house, little car, maybe a minivan or something. Nothing special, nothing crazy. And live a good life.
Perkins, let's get Edwin in there. How you doing?
What's happening? Becky's son was raised by his mom and his daddy. Tanisha wasn't. She was raised by either her mother or her father. So they're going to naturally do what they see and not what they hear. I don't care what you tell a kid. If you showcasing something, they're going to mirror it. Or they're going to fully reject it. But if they see something that's positive, there'll be no reason to fully reject it. And unfortunately, YT people know how to parade around as if everything is all good. So women watch the young Beckys, they watch their mothers do feminine things and submissive things to their father. So they feel like these are the things I'm supposed to do for a man. So they're more encouraging and supportive than a woman who's taught to defend herself her whole life. That's just simple mathematics. That's why men and I came in late, so I don't know the full conversation. Y'all said that John praised by all men. I mean, all women. It's just the black women are more difficult because they haven't had the family structure to know how to be with a man. You think that black women are naturally born aggressive and unwilling to be submissive to men? No, they never saw it. So what the hell are they supposed to do? Same with a man. He grew up with his mom.
When you say that, can you say some? You say some women because not all black women.
I didn't say all of them at all.
No, Edwin, they have seen it because if you ask any woman what's being submissive is, she'll let you know what it is from her perspective. And you always hear women say, oh, I'm not about to be submissive to any man because everybody don't deserve me to be submissive. And it's like she have an understanding of what her submissive looks like.
Because she's done it before. She had to submit to a superior man, and she didn't like it. But if she grew up that way, it will come natural to her. So,
No, women are scared of the worst you say go make me a sandwich, I go make her a sandwich when we all know that's not how anybody talks to their wife or their husband in actual real life. That's why people are scared of the word submissive.
There are some people that do that, but what I'm saying is,
and you don't have to. Another thing, you don't have to be taught to be submissive to be submissive. Like you don't have to learn that in your environment growing up. Because before I got married, I definitely wasn't as good a person as before I got married. Like I was more rough around the edges. He gave me a safe place to be feminine, to be submissive.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that,
so you don't have to grow up in that environment to know that it is. And it's not all black women. That's all.
yeah, but you just had a man teach you that, show you, hey, it's safe to be this. Men aren't even equipped enough to show a woman, for the most part, in our community, to show a woman, hey, this is a safe space, or showcasing actions that make a woman naturally conform to being submissive and feminine.
When you say men aren't equipped in my community, do you mean black men?
Correct.
I disagree.
Because
I think it's a lot of different types of men that are not equipped. I think all men want to be leaders, but all men ain't great leaders. But I don't think it's. I feel like it's less in our community than in others. To be honest,
it is. So how would a man who lacks leadership be able to unlock a woman's submissiveness? That is not going to happen.
when I say less, I mean our community has more leaders than any other community as far as black men. Yeah,
What type of way?
what do you mean in what type of ways?
We have more leaders. Yeah, you're right. We do got more independent men.
No, we have more. Let me rephrase that. We have more great leaders and men.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
We have the greatest. We have the greatest, but collectively, yeah, we have some great leaders that know a lot. Who we have men who created a lot of things that are black. But I'm talking about a collective majority of men don't know what they need to be for women, and women don't know what they need to be for men. They all are taught to care about themselves, which is why black people can't come together and agree on one thing. You can't. It's everybody got their own idea of what's gonna work. Instead of saying this is gonna work for us collectively, this is gonna work in this lane. Hey, you do that over there. That's gonna work great because you're great at that. Hey, you do that over there. That's gonna be great over there. Everybody, you gotta see it how I want to see it, or it's not gonna work. And that's not what teams do. It's not one vision. It's multiple visions, and we go out and perform our best tasks to our ability that makes sense for a team. It's not it's on the Avengers. I know it's a movie. It can't be 10 Tony Starks on one team. It needs to be a Captain America. It needs to be a credible Hulk. It's not a 5 LeBrons. It needs to be a LeBron. It needs to be a shooter. It needs to be somebody in the paint. It's all different jobs that we are great at, but we collectively come together to reach the goal. Black people don't know how to do that because we haven't seen these things. Yeah, we can grow up and do it, but we don't naturally know how to do it. We gotta go through so many reprogramming situations, even with women. They date men, they used to be in a certain way. They get into a new relationship, they think they can be the exact same way in this new relationship. And it's not the case. They think the man is supposed to treat them the same or better. It's not the case. And they don't know how to love or accept the new love. It's a new love. It's a new person. He might do things similar to the other man because he's a man, but overall, he does things differently. He might not answer the phone. He prefer to text. Or he might not text. He prefer to answer the phone. We have to learn that everybody is different and utilize their strengths if it makes sense for us. But we don't know how to do that. We want it our way instead of saying what works best for us to thrive. Am I lying? Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right about a lot of things, but overall, black people, I do believe they do know how to come together. They just refuse to because, I mean, you can look back in the day how we were more together, and today we're very separate because everybody wants to be the chief. You know, nobody wants to play their part on the team, and I think that's really more so what it is now. I mean, let's look at relationships. Take that for instance. Women don't want to play their part on the team. You know, men are not playing. Not all men are playing their parts on the team. So I think that people know they just choose to do what they want to do, and it takes you like, okay, sometimes it takes a crisis for us to come together. Like we got this Sonya Massey crisis coming up, right? Then you'll see us coming together. But it should just be a crisis when we come together to build something. And then after the crisis is over with, then we go back our separate ways again. Because that shows you our nature.
Where the heck is Kev at? Kev over there taking a goddamn nap. Kev, get off the damn video game. He ain't paying no goddamn mind of what the hell is going on. Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey,
I have no idea what the hell. I've been sitting in the comments for a minute. I have no idea what the hell y'all talking about. I don't even know what damn question y'all want, even if y'all even started the damn question. Because
I ain't even answered those questions.
everybody else can answer these damn questions. Anybody? I don't know what the Kev. I don't know what the hell Kev looking at. He might be looking at his mute. Nah, I'm not even gonna go there. All right. Let's just start here, man. Cause I gotta start over. I gotta reset shit. Cause it's a whole lot of shit that I wanted to talk about, and that shit wouldn't even make sense coming out my mouth right now. Cause it's all fucking jumbled. So whenever Kev come back, he can take this shit over. All right. The first one says being a Bible scholar, degrees, with degrees, money, experience, marriage, and more, we flex. These things instead of being better with them. I don't understand that shit. You're going to have to read that fucked up shit. All right, the first one in white says, if your husband or wife doesn't post or show you off, are they hiding you? If so, for what? Anybody want to take a stab at that one? Then we'll work the rest of the panel.
Sure.
How did I know your ass was gonna go first? Well, go ahead.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
All right, go ahead. Ain't nobody else jump at the fucking bit. Go ahead. Sir Edwin, go ahead, my dude. Oh, Lord, he gonna mute up on me and shit. Damn it.
Elwin, go ahead.
Mr. Edwin Mendel, it is your turn, my guy. All right. He don't want to come off me now. Mr. Perkins, You there?
I'm here.
Yeah, my guy. You want to tackle the first one? The first one in white.
He got up here, written up here.
All right, the first one in white says, if you're wow, he dropped. Wow, if your husband or wife does not post you or show you off, are they hiding you? If so, for what?
It could be multiple reasons. You're embarrassing, or you stupid shit embarrass her, or she feels embarrassed about you or something. Something you Tommy did makes her embarrassed, or she actually hiding something. One of the two.
Okay, but if that's your husband or wife, why should you be embarrassed?
I can't speak for everybody. I don't mind showing my other significant other. I get proud of it. I can take nice pictures. I didn't buy a whole damn camera just to do Photoshop. But I don't know. Do stuff like that all the time.
Oh God, I can't pronounce this lady's name. Hold on. Melina, Melanina. What? How the hell do you enunciate that?
Yes, sir.
You can just call me Mel.
Okay, thank you for the thank you for the old man shit. Mel, come on, tackle this one for me.
Me post.
Oh God, you got two damn bars. Lord have mercy. Y'all, y'all got that on LOL dollar. Boy, all right, you got your bars back now, baby. Go ahead.
My bad. We don't post each other on social media, me and my husband. He has a job where he's in the spotlight, and I don't want to be. So we don't post each other.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna talk about it. She just being honest with you. Oh, you on freaking teacup. God damn it, if you gonna be on this panel, you gonna have to come off a teacup, damn it. You can't be on there for more than 15 seconds. Alright, so there she go.
I'm not on TikTok.
You were on teacup, damn it. Come on, talk to me about this.
You need to fix them damn glasses.
You know I whistle without these motherfuckers. You know I'm blind as hell.
I appreciate you for like. Well, I did go through everything, but which one I'm answering?
Just the first one right now. Just the first one basing this part. But anyway, go ahead.
She got a lot of bass, okay? Like I said, it's not hiding if a person is introducing you to their close ones. They're actually, taking you out on dates. They're actually, spending time with you. I think it's hiding when they feel like, okay, I don't want to sit up here and introduce her to nobody, or I don't want to sit up here and make it seem like we're on that type of serious type of time. Because some people.
This is your husband or your wife, though. This isn't just somebody you're dating. This is your husband or your wife.
Okay. Shit, me personally, shit, I show off my part. I show off my partner. I ain't scared of hiding nothing. But he's not a social media person. He don't post me. At the end of the day, it's like, and like I said, just me having an understanding, like I post us because that's just something I'm into. Just something, like I said, I can't understand. He's not that type of person. He's more focused on sports or, his work, his kids. So it's like, I think he's not, that's something he's just not into. So
I'm going to say this before I go to these last two people, right? When we ask questions like this, and I get it, y'all. You're married or whatever, or you're not that type of person or however, right? But we know people that do this shit. Why we act like we can't? Why do we always act like we can't talk about what the hell we know or what we see? We always gotta personalize and internalize things. We know this shit exists. We probably see this shit. We probably see somebody that's always ducking and dodging, hiding in the back of the goddamn restaurant because they out with somebody, and that's just a person. They just happen to be hungry, but your ass don't want to be seen with that ass in public. You just murdered them because it was a matter of convenience. Or you probably out there cheating and know that the person that you messing with hangs out in that area, or their friends hang out in that area. Why can't we just
So you telling me you can marry somebody for convenience and be embarrassed to show them off?
not see that's internalizing? I didn't say me.
No, God, don't say. I'm not internalizing. I'm just asking you to clarify.
No, baby. No, I ain't never gonna do that shit. Nope, never gonna do that shit. But what I'm saying is people act like they don't see that shit. They act like they got them blinders on, and all they can see is down that one lane where that blinder is, and that's what their husband. They act like they don't see shit else going on in the world, and they always want to personalize and internalize. So, nonetheless, that's just my spiel. The person down at the bottom, oogies, is that how you pronounce it? How you enunciate that?
Okay, I mean, I'm just here, bro. How's it going, bro? You alright?
Say again?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, first question up there, my guy. If your husband or your wife doesn't post you or show you off, are they hiding you? And if so, for what?
That's absolutely a red flag. I mean, is that a question? If your person isn't showing you off, that is a red flag. I mean, is this a question or what?
Why do you think it's a red flag?
If your person isn't showing you off, they don't think that you are that person. You are.
No, you're already married. You're already married. This is your husband or your wife. This isn't just a girlfriend or somebody you're dating. This is the husband and wife.
Okay then. Well, I mean, even then, if they don't. Okay, if they aren't showing you off, you are just not. You are not. I mean, there's a phrase, right? You are not that guy, or you are not that woman. They aren't. They're not proud of you.
Okay, so let me ask you.
If your person isn't showing you off, you are not that person.
Okay, all right, I got you. I'm not even gonna give my commentary yet, and I'm gonna regret doing this shit because he's gonna take everything that I was talking about. Red Scorpion.
I just got here. So.
Yes, sir.
What is your freaking take on this shit? I'm gonna regret this shit, dog. No, and I know I am, but go ahead.
Banner, why are you talking to me like you hate me, bro?
Look, man, I only talk about people that I got love for, my guy. If I don't talk shit to you, I don't fuck with you, but you know how I am. Plus, I'm 3 weeks deep. I got a whole lot of frustration backed up right now.
I understand. So, I'm gonna say something a little bit inflammatory. And I hope I don't take your thing from you, Banner.
You will, don't worry.
Do it.
Get over yourselves. Like, really.
Get over yourselves. That is your husband and or wife. And if the thing that is that you're concerned about is if they're showing you on social media or to the public, I guess that's what it is. Again, get over yourself because I don't. I personally have not seen this happening where people are embarrassed to show off their significant other. It's just a weird thought process, and if that's a thought process you have, then again, get over yourself. Like really, you're concerned about absolutely nothing. It's juvenile. It shows the lack of emotional understanding for yourself, and it shows that you haven't grown into understanding what a real relationship looks like. All right. So here's my thought process on it, and at that speak, we can open up the panel and talk on whatever we want to talk about. My whole thing is, you often hear people. Well, I'll say this: women talking about, "I'm nobody's trophy. I'm not a piece of property. I'm not this, that, and the other." So why the hell would you want to be posted like you are or shown off like you are, first and foremost? That's the first thing. Second thing, I don't think that you should be showing off any damn body. If you just gonna go hang the fuck out, go hang the fuck out. It's not like you out there motherfucker telling her to take a pose like she a fucking model when you going out. You just going out to have yourself a good time. If she's a nice looking young lady, people are gonna look. You're not showing her off though. And posting people on your social media, that isn't even fucking necessary, really, unless you out there trying to hide it because you out there doing some fuck shit. Other than that, I don't understand why people post their entire lives any fucking way. It's asinine to me. But if you're not doing it, you 8 times out of 10, one thing you're probably just a private person, which can be that way. Just like somebody said, somebody's husband, my sister's never been posted on social media, neither has my brother-in-law, because they both got top secret clearances. I still don't even know what the fuck they do, and they've been at that job 30-some fucking years. I still have no idea what the fuck they do. Or you just out there doing some fuck shit. So that's just my take on it. Oh my God, is this? Please don't tell me this is fucking bird. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, Cyber Bunny. Thank God. Woo! Hello, Cyber Bunny.
Yeah, I would say there's like a huge disconnect when it comes to the generations, and I think my input is going to be a little bit more unique. I think when you look at like the older generations, they don't really so care about like over publicizing anything on social media. It's one of the reasons why, when you look at Facebook, Facebook was introduced within like the 2010s, um, a little bit before the 2010s, I believe, and it was more heavily used with that generation, anyone who was teen to an adult, and that's why Facebook is mostly known for being more for like grown adults, like more elderly people, or just like more of the Generation X. But when you look at Instagram, that's like more millennial or Gen Z sometimes integrated. Not saying that like boomers or anyone can have Instagram, but just the usage of it is very different. And then you look at TikTok, it's like a mix of everything, but it's also one of the reasons why Generation Z uses heavily Twitter. Like, so you see like different generations use different apps and use social media in a very different way. And I think there's like a huge difference between the generations. I would say millennials and Gen Z are heavily used in technology. They post everything. Social media is everything. And a lot of people who are in my generation, they post about everything, their vacations, their friends, where they're at, their coffee.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, like,
Sure. I have a question for you because you said my generation. What generation are you?
Generation Z.
Okay, help me out here because I'm an older motherfucker, so I'm lost as hell. What year is this Generation Z?
Okay, so boomers were boomed after the World War II, right? They were the baby boomers because everyone came back from war, and then boom, all the babies came. Now they, the baby boomers, had children, and it was the millennials. Now, in between the millennials and the boomers, you had Gen Gen X are the people between what, 19?
You don't want X. I know when we're 65 to 80.
There you go, 65 to 80, right? After you is the millennials, and then after the millennials is the Gen Z. Millennials were the people that like grew up in the early stances of Instagram, and before Instagram became popular, it had to do with Tumblr. They were the people that experienced the Twin Towers. Gen Z were around, but they were in diapers,
right, were a lot younger. And then you had Gen Alpha, which are the children of millennials.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. Go ahead and finish your story there.
yeah. So there's
I just know
the
I'm
way of the
asking. Yeah, we the FOFA generation.
no, yeah. So usage of technology is going to vary. That's why when you speak to older people when it comes to this topic, they're like, "Who cares? No one cares. Social media and everything." But when it comes to the younger generations, it is almost everything. A lot of people make their money off of social media. The younger that we look at, that's why you have younger millionaires because of the uses of social media. And again, a lot of younger people post about everything, like their location, where they're at. It's heavily usage, and because our lives are so integrated on social media, it does look disrespectful when you're not willing to post your significant other who just happens to be in the same generation as you. But of course, older generations are just not going to care as much because their usage of social media is completely different.
So let me ask you this.
She's kind of right. She's kind of right, bro.
Yeah, I got you. I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not. Let me ask you this, Cyber Bonnie.
Sure.
Because of this, do you think, because you are of the generation, do you think this is where the disconnect comes with the younger folk as far as being socially awkward?
Oh, absolutely. Social media has made people more awkward and distanced more than ever. But also because of the uses of social media is so different, believe it or not, like people who are, I hate to say it, but younger, they're able to track things on social media. Typically, older people don't know how to track. We are able to track if you're texting someone, or we're able to see your location, or if someone else has entered your phone. The gadgets that we are able to access is crazy. And what I'm sitting here and saying is, this type of excuse when people say, "Oh, who cares? I'm not trying to post you because the world doesn't need to see us." You know you know what type of people use that phrase? Cheaters, notorious cheaters, right? Because they don't want their other girls to know that they have a girl around. That's just the truth.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I dated a guy.
Hold up. I still got one more person after her. Let her finish, and then I'm gonna go to the cousin.
Yeah, it's completely true. I dated a guy, and his excuse was, "Well, the reason I'm not posting you is because I'm a very private person. It's between us." And then I found out he had other girls. He just didn't want to post me because the other girls would say, "Who's that?" Like
No,
a
but
lot of
that
people
was
use
you
that.
though. He, but
Oh,
he didn't want to
jeez,
put
hold
you.
on, my dude.
No,
I'll
no,
stop.
you
I'll
sit
stop.
there and
I'll
say
stop.
it's like a me thing. No, you can sit there and say it's like a me thing. I promise you, there's a lot of women who go through these types
Definitely you
of
think, but
scenarios.
I'll stop. I'll stop.
That's completely fine. You can have that opinion, but it definitely happens.
All right, thanks, Cyber Bunny. We definitely gonna have something on that. Sir, Sir Cousins, good evening, sir. How the heck are you?
Hello, sir. Good evening
Hey,
to
Kev,
everyone.
don't be looking at the damn screen and go back to what the hell you doing. I'm not coming here to run your shit.
No way. Good evening, everybody. First of all,
Hey, did you get my message, cousin? First
good.
and foremost, did you get my message?
Yeah, I did. I'm, yeah, I got you.
All right. So we
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
first one right now, because
yeah.
if your husband or wife doesn't post you or show you off, are they hiding you? And if so, for what? And you can talk about anything that you just heard.
Right.
Then we're gonna open it up to after cousin.
So I will say this. I think Cyber Bunny was on to some facts. I have a little bit of pushback. And the pushback is when you said most. When you said most people that will, you know, the most people, their excuse is and it's because they are basically cheaters. That part, I do agree that it does happen a lot, right? I know a few people that have done that, and that probably still do. So I do agree with you, but I think maybe the amount might be a little bit exaggerated because most people that don't post, they just don't post. Like the majority of motherfuckers that don't post their others don't want to be posted anyway.
Yeah, because I still ain't seen your goddamn fiance.
Right, but she's like, hey, I don't need to be in your shit. You know what I mean? Now, everyone knows that I have a fiance. It's no secret. You know what I mean? On all my socials, her shit is in there. It's not like, you know, but she doesn't care to be in the spotlight like that. Like that's not her thing, right? So that's just that. But like she said though, I think there are a lot of people who do, you know, hide and they want to cheat and they want to do stuff like that and you know they want to give that illusion that they single. Even married motherfuckers are still trying to live a single life.
Hey,
And
cousin,
so they do that.
here's
So,
one thing that she was that Cyber Bunny was talking about, because she is of a younger generation than we are.
right.
So
Right.
that may be more so popular. Well, I'm not gonna say maybe because I know it is. It's more so popular with them in reference to posting their entire life on freaking social media because we know that's how most of them more or less live now.
But see, here's the thing, right? And the reason why I have a little bit of pushback on that part, the reason why I said a little pushback was because we know that notoriously when just because you say that you got somebody and you post them, that don't mean shit. In most cases, you get more action after that. So people are in people inboxes, regardless if they married, if they with somebody. You get out here like, yeah, this is my girl, this is my dude, and they still slumming. They still doing their thing. So I don't know if that by itself is the reason, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to discredit anything she said because I do believe she's right with a lot of people, right? And anybody that says, no, you tripping, that don't happen, just denial. That does happen. However, I just don't think that it's as much when she said that most people, that's the only part I would have a little pushback on is just the amount. You get what I'm saying? Because I do know.
I can tell you because working with the kids and my teenage boys, a lot of them motherfuckers do. And that exact amount, it may be smaller than what we think, or maybe even larger, but I know a lot of them kids in high school, they be using that for like freaking dating apps and freaking off and all of that crap. So
right. And that's the thing too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that you know, people, and even like when we say that it's different now, but like the reality is, back in the day, whatever the technology is, right? Because anything that we use in life is technology. So back in the 60s, newspapers were technology, right? Magazines were technology. It's just evolved. So however people use their technology, there's always going to be people that will use it to hide and to try to take advantage of other shit, right? And it's no different now. They just have, like she said, there's a lot of gadgets and different ways that you can do it. So people have become, slicker with it. They probably have, a little more finesse with on certain things. But then in a lot of ways, they are more stupid because people get caught on some bullshit that you should be like, how did you get caught on this stupid ass shit? But it's because technology, as it advances, it makes us, that gives us more access, it makes us smarter in some ways, but then it dumbs us down in other ways. And common sense dumbed down, I think. And a lot of times when you make the question about as it's more socially awkward, when we have interpersonal relationships, it is very awkward because of that. You know what I mean? You can't turn off a real life relationship. You can't power down and reset. You know what I mean? You can't like adjust the Wi-Fi and shit on your real life shit. So I think that there's advantages and then there's disadvantages. It just depends on, you know, where you are in your life and how mature you are and whatever experience you have and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I think, you know, everything I've heard pretty much has been right. I just think that maybe, like I said, you know, argument for the conversation, I gave a little bit of pushback on just the time, or just the amount. But that's what I think.
You just gotta be a little asshole. You're not a big boy.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah.
Well, hey, kid, are you there? Are you fucking listening? Yeah. Go ahead, Red. Yeah. Did not was when I just talking about this last night? I mean earlier this morning. You talking to me? I'm talking to Kev. Oh. Yeah. Red Scorpion talking to you, damn it.
Yo, what's up?
Wasn't I just talking about this earlier this morning? If you was listening.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't listening. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Say it again. What y'all talking about? Though?
So the generations on how they look at particular things, right?
Oh
and
yeah.
how it moves forward. And what was kind of one of the things I was trying to iterate is that, you know, the problem that we talk about is tradition because we want to sit in the place that we deem works, right? But that allows not for growth. And regardless of what you're going to say, growth is going to happen. So why do you get bothered by the factor that, you know, they don't do this way or whatever it may be? And to, we can go later more into that a little bit later if anybody got any questions. But the other part of this is as far as why I made the statement about get over yourself. Just to answer question number one, is because that transcends any kind of generational anything. Get over yourself. Like, learn that other people do matter. So why are you so concerned about stuff that don't matter? If your other person doesn't post you, matter of fact, how does that other person treat you? How does that person treat you? And if you are deeming that as a way of them treating you, you've
empathy. You've lost common sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. But again, I'm an older generation, so I think
I think that's where cyberbullying was going with it. Go ahead, OGs. OGs.
Yeah, I would love to ask that question. I mean, be fair.
You mumble, my dude. You real low.
Yeah, no. Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, go ahead. First
Yeah.
and foremost, before you start, I want you to tell me what the hell was you trying to say in the comments?
Well, which one? Which one?
Your last one, it says, but he.
I was saying a lot of the comments, so you just tell me which one.
No, the very last one that you posted. I don't know what the hell it is. But go ahead. Make your statement.
Oh no, what?
Yeah, you gotta look at that shit and laugh yourself.
No, that was literally, that was me just like typing, and then I wasn't able to type it.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's like literally nothing. Yeah.
That looked like some I was nodding off going to sleep type and shit. Go ahead.
I now, to be fair, I didn't even know what the point I wanted to make was. That like, I had a point.
You're talking now. Go ahead and make your point.
I literally had a point to make that I don't even think I remember now. I'm gonna need to have a minute. I need to take a step.
All right, cool.
I need to take a step back now because I honestly can't remember it. So
all right, so anybody else have any input or pushback on the first one? Kev, I know you probably been in and out listening, in and out. You got anything? Because I'm not here to run your damn live. Don't even remember what to say. Oh, motherfucker, you made that shit small as hell. You know I don't even remember what to say. Oh, motherfucker, you made that shit small as hell. You know I can't read that shit now. Oh, there you go. All right. Are you back to run your live or you need somebody to fill in for you? All right, go ahead. We finished the first one, I do believe. I think we're on the second white one now. Hey, Nay.
Hey.
How you be?
If someone just makes a point about what it is we were arguing,
Oh, damn.
I will be straight.
Oh, so hold on 1 second. Luna, were you in Common Sense Logics live before I had to leave out? I had to ask him this question because of what he wrote. If you was, appreciate it. She's fine for right now. I'm trying not to even think about that shit, yo, because it's got me all fucked up. So, cousin, I gather we can talk about that shit later, man. It was just some tragic shit that happened earlier today.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we on the second one, my dude. If you want to take over from here. I guess not. God damn it. Y'all light-skinned motherfuckers, boy. Y'all just think y'all privileged as shit. All right, so the second one.
There will be no light-skin slander here, sir.
Oh, yes, there will be, damn it, because I'm dark as hell.
There will not be. We will not be denied
I am look. I am a colorist. Damn it! All right. So the second one reads, "Would you rather be feared or loved, and why?" I'm gonna start at the bottom with OGs, and I'm gonna go the cousin, and we're gonna go back and forth to Cyber Bunny, then the Red Scorpion, and Perkins, and all the way up. But go ahead, OGs. Would you rather be feared or loved, and why? Oh shit! 5, 4, 3. All right. Are you there, OGs, or no?
You look like you're talking. Maybe his mic is off or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Am I talking or not? Can you?
There you
Hear
go.
me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, can you hear me? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Before we couldn't.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't see that. I didn't see that prompt in the comments or in the
Don't even worry about it.
live.
We on to the next question. Would you
Okay,
rather be
okay.
feared
I mean,
or loved, and why?
okay. Would I rather be feared or loved? For sure. I'm not gonna lie to you though. From what I've learned, I would definitely rather be feared. I mean, it's just from what I've seen.
Why?
Because there's a certain element of respect that you get when you are feared. I mean, I'm not saying that if I was, if I was to have the choice, what I mean, I'm only saying because if I was to have the choice, I would rather be feared than loved. That's the choice. And why? Why? Because there is an element of respect, especially being a man. If you were to be a man, there is an element of respect that one gets from you when you are feared, as opposed to being loved. And that's just my answer to that question. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not a problem. We gonna get back to it. I'm quite sure cousin gonna have something to say about that. Go ahead, cousin. It's on you.
Yes, this oldie but goodie. I would say, for me personally, I would rather be loved, and and the thing is, because I've been feared. Fear is just leverage, and leverage come and go. And once that fear is gone, then you're shit. But love lasts for people are revered through history because of love, not fear. See what I'm saying? People will, and a lot of the times we like to assume that we need respect, and that's just another, like, women don't, I mean, they might respect you, but if a woman loves you, that's a whole different thing. That means that she's willing. That's something else that goes to it. Respect is about something that you have to do. And you know what I mean? And fear is that you have to have something that you have to do to promote fear to people, to gain leverage. And for me, I think that that's just, like, I don't know. I don't really need that in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, I don't know. I've seen people that have been feared, and once that fear is gone, they're useless. So those that are loved, they seem to have a more fulfilled life, and even after they're gone, they're more fulfilled. So I would go with that for my answer.
All right, Miss Cyber Bunny. Which would you rather be, and why? Feared or loved?
Um, I think love is something that will last past eternity, past when someone has gone to the other side. I have seen people, a good example would be my aunt, after my uncle had passed away, she never remarried because she loved that man. That was unconditional love. And of course, they struggle just like everyone. Everyone has their own relationship problems. But I do believe fear can gain you respect, but it's not genuine respect. It would put fear on children. Oh, you will be able to control children, you'll be able to control women, but people, when you look at history, people always crave freedom and they will do everything in their power to be free. You can look at, slavery, if you look at indigenous people, if you look at, the black slavery of America, yeah, people were in fear for their lives, but they weren't going to sit there and take it for any much longer. People craved for that freedom and did whatever it took to be on the other side. So so fear will only get you so far, and it's not genuine respect. It's just fake.
Okay. Thank you, sweetie. Red Scorpion. So you don't get the answer? I got to answer, but you don't get the answer? Yeah, answer the daggone question. I love messing with you, man. I know you do. So I'm a loved. And why? Because I am the creation of the Most High. And the Most High is loved. He practices, he teaches in all of his religious texts across the world love. Fear, you should understand that to be able to want to be loved and to give love like that, you had to go through the fire of fear to get to that point. So you should have a healthy fear, but always love. All right. Cool beans. Mr. Perkins.
I would say love. When you love somebody, you're gonna miss them. If they leave this earth for now, you're gonna still think about them.
Oh, damn. Was that it? That was short and sweet. All right, Ms. Nay.
Now, somebody just took my answer.
Which one? I don't know who took your answer. What is your answer, my dear?
But I would rather, I would rather be loved.
Why?
Because what Perkins said.
Okay, all right. He was the one that took your answer. All right.
Yeah.
Next time I'll let you go before him. Maybe you can take his in the next round. Mr. Luna, good late evening, should I say? How are you, my dude?
Merry Christmas. How's it going?
And a Happy New Year.
Which one would you rather be?
On the fear or loved?
Yes, sir.
Well, if I really had to choose, I'd say both. But I can answer one or the other too. The reason I would prefer to say both is that I would rather have people be afraid of how much they love me, because at that point, being afraid that you may lose someone if the love doesn't remain, and that's the consent that we give each other, and that's looking at fear in a healthy way, not in a negative manner, because fear itself is dictated based on how you react to it.
Lunar.
Yeah.
You have to choose one there, but you can't. That was a very good answer that you did there, but you have to choose one, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm aware.
You gave a really good diplomatic answer there. It's amazing.
I'm aware.
Y'all don't finish your
Okay.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
But if I had to choose one over the other, I would prefer to be feared, because if you're pointing out yourself to set boundaries and let people know that you're setting your standards from the get-go, they will in turn learn to love. They will in turn learn to love what you bring, because the boundaries are set. You set your standards. You're showing that you have the ability to be a humble leader. And not everyone does this. They instill fear the wrong way. However, for me, I would not do that. And the reason I say that is because you have to fear a leader enough for them to be able to provide and provision, so that they can in turn be willing to submit and understand how they need to lead for you. So that's what I would say. I would choose fear for that reason.
Okay. Me personally,
Real father, that was the real father.
Me personally, I would choose love. Um, I've seen, and I'm quite sure we all have seen what can happen when people fear you. We all see that if people fear you, there's always going to be somebody that's trying to get rid of that fear. And you always have to be on guard because somebody's going to try to take your, in a figurative way of speaking, take your freaking head. With love, there comes a great deal of respect. And I found out just from doing what I do that the love that my people give me is not out of fear. It's out of the love that they have for the type of person that I am and the type of coach that I am and things of that nature. So I would rather be loved because that's longer lasting. You know, my daughter, 23 years old. How many parents can say this about their child? 23 years old, has her own daughter, but yet she takes time out of her day every day without fail, even sometimes when I'm on my damn live, to call me to say, hey, Dad, are you okay? Have you eaten today? I just called you for no reason. Want to go hang out, not asking for money, but just want to be around her dad. That's love. That's not fear. My boys, they call me on a regular basis just to say, hey, coach, what's going on? I ain't wanting, I'm just checking on you. Call me
Yeah,
for,
but coach,
well, hold
coach.
on, OGs. I'm going to open it up after this. It's just because they love me. They're typing in the chat when they come in my daggone lives or come in the live I'm in. My daughter do the same thing. It has nothing to do with fear, even though my daughter fears the fact that I may not be here. You know what I'm saying? For a long period of time, we all have that fear. But love is, I think, is a lot less stressful because if a person is going to love you, they're going to love you for who you are. You don't have to keep up with a whole lot of shit. And you don't have to constantly watch your back. You don't have to always worry about, is somebody going to come and get me? Is somebody gunning for my spot? That's why I would pick love. Kev, you got any input on this one? Number two?
Number two,
What?
be feared or love.
Yeah, why would you rather be feared or loved and
I
why?
would rather be loved. I think fear it comes with usually that comes with somebody eventually gonna try to take you out. Um, because like even if like say for instance like how movies is like if they had monsters or something like that, they start off fearing that monster, but eventually they strategize on how to take it out because they don't want to be sitting here scared of something all their life. So and just like how humans work, we fight or flight. So for the most part, either we gonna run away all day or somebody's gonna try to take it out or whatever it is. Nobody likes sitting there walking on eggshells around people like, okay, sir, hey, you know what I'm saying? No, most of the time they're gonna probably trying to think of the clean word, unalive them in some way or something like that. So I would rather be loved, and not talking about real love, not from the way people be looking at it. It's more, I think love is more of a selfless thing. It's more about caring. It's more about that, not doing things because what make you happy or not. It's not about that. So I would say, yeah, I'd rather be loved.
Exactly.
All right.
Do you?
Anybody got something else to say?
Yeah,
Add, push back
I
on, or
definitely have
whatever.
something to say. I definitely have something to say.
Go ahead.
Okay, I mean, even though okay, this example that I'm gonna make is a very extreme example, but would you make for example, this person I'm gonna say is a very, very extreme example, but would you make the person from John Wick, that first movie where that person unalived his dog? I don't know if any of you like watched that video, but like or that movie, and then someone unalived his dog, and then he did something, which was that like he literally the
Up, you
whole
dropped
premise
your voice dropped. Hey, Miss Princess.
is my voice dropping
There
now?
you go. Now you're better. Whatever you're doing right now, continue to do that.
I didn't do anything different. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is that, like, okay, so if is anyone watched John Wick, the first one?
Yeah.
When they did that thing to his dog, anyone watch that?
Yeah. When they beat his ass in his own house. Yeah.
No, not him, but his dog.
No, I'm saying that was the scene that all that happened.
Yeah, that whole scene, and then they did that, and then he had to do the whole everything after that because that was I mean, like all intents and purposes, that was his family, right? And he did that because that was the only thing that he loved. And then he did that for the very reason for principle. So do you understand what I'm trying to say, right? Like, there's a difference between someone loving you, which is what I absolutely understand, but then if someone loves you and then if someone fears you as well, there's a difference. I mean, because I'm gonna say to you right now, I love my dad, but I also very, very much feared my dad as well. I would never ever stand up to my dad and like ever think that I could be like, okay, I'm gonna, stand up to my dad because there's a certain amount of respect that I had for my dad. Only a certain amount of people can have that. Not everyone. Certain people, well, most people love their mums and their. But I have a certain amount of fear for my dad. I never had to use it because he always had that level of fear, like to me. Like I never had to do it.
Is it really fear or is it respect?
That's what I was gonna say.
It's no. It's two things because it is the same thing. It's essentially like yes, it was fear and respect, but
What are you afraid of?
Hey, cousin, take over for a second. I got a whole man issue going on.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair though, and then let me tell you one thing, right? Let me tell you something. Some people were so afraid of their dads that those dads literally smacked them around, like literally did. I mean, but my dad would never do that to me because I never had the cojones to do that because that's not something that I would ever do because
Okay, but
he knew
OG, but what you're explaining is you're explaining respect. Let me
it's
put it.
respect. That's what
So
it
that's
is.
not
That's
fear though.
what
But
it
that's
is.
what I'm saying. So like,
But
look,